to keep him away from their child.
What happened? Christmas 2015, our first time fit, and her dad tried to take control and tame the situation. She didn't want him at all. And took her anyways to the garage, and she started screaming. And I went in there, and his back was facing me. And he was shaking her, and I called the cops. I just took 2 days until he went back to work.
He's more than my brain can comprehend. I've never met another human being like BryanSt.John.
She said, "Mommy, hurt." When she said
Ever.
Hurt, she poured into her privates and
never.
So then I saw
She won't give me a link.
59 years old. I'll be 60 in January. Never.
Daddy, Papa,
have I ever. Never have I ever.
Inside her private part.
Yes. He created poopy pants. And I had people telling me, that's Bryan, that's Bryan. And I was like, well, man, they say horrible things to Bryan. I don't know. I mean, how does that make sense? And lo and behold, he went live from that channel and it was him. I don't know what that accomplished.
Well, here's the thing.
Today, I'm not sure.
You won't give me a link.
But if you got a problem with Bryan, be prepared, because he's going to go for your mother, your brother, your sister, your babies.
You know, and I have a past. Yes, I told her about.
Give me a link.
I gave it to her. Right?
I know he lies all the time.
See, she's got me blocked over there. Won't give me a link.
And most of the time, I don't say anything. But when he goes, you know, he puts up a video about me being a liar about this, and I'm not lying about this shit, you all. He did what he did, and he knows what he did. And he's admitted it to me.
I ain't never admitted it to her. Where's my link at? See me in the chat?
You know, he says I went real life and called his apartment complex.
Oh, you did?
You know,
you told me
you know where
did.
that came about is he started accusing me, and I was like, yeah, Bryan, that's what I did. Yeah, that's what I did.
Oh, no, you told me the truth.
But I wouldn't have any sympathy for doing that, Bryan.
You should give me a link is what you should do. I'm in your chat. Give me a link.
Because you contacted my son to try to get dirt on me.
And I did get dirt on you. He said you're 100% negative, that you're not okay, and that you're crazy. How about a link? If you're gonna sit and
then
talk,
he'll say she told some woman to play a song that was apparently played at his mother's funeral. I had no idea.
You did do that,
but it's a good song. It's an REO Speedwagon song.
Yep, I was talking to you in a
wish you were there.
You did do that. How
no,
about
I didn't tell a woman to do that, Bryan. People were already messaging me, telling me that Dreama Krupp was you. So I was speaking to you as you were hiding under a female account, having phone sex with a man suffering from dementia, a foreigner that had a little language barrier anyways.
She's just ignoring me. She won't let me in.
I don't know. I don't know if he's still eating paper,
See
if
right
he's
here.
pagan, if he's androgynous. I mean, if things don't go Bryan's way, he just throws out there, I'm androgynous. I'm a woman now. I got women feelings. And he thinks that gets him off the hook. He does stupid shit like that all the time.
I said I was a lesbian.
Yeah, and then went under that man's obituary and wrote about Darley. That's how obsessed he is. That he would go under that old man that he pretended to be a woman to have phone sex with, and then come back and brag about it.
Yeah, and I put it
as
all
if
up
the
for
old
everybody
man
to see how
should be embarrassed.
70 years old.
Well, you're the one pretending to be an Asian model, Bryan. And then you come back and, I had phone sex with, I don't want to say the man's name.
I didn't come back. I put it on video.
He's gone.
For everybody to
Rest
see.
in peace. He was not, I mean, the man, he didn't like me either. That guy didn't.
You don't even know his name. How about a link?
Do not know who you are and who you are talking about. Okay. I'm talking about BryanSt.John. Just put his name in your search bar and you'll be floored at what'll come up.
How about a link, Tracy?
That's the kind of shit he tries to hold over my head. Well, you told a woman to play a song that was played at my mom's funeral. No, motherfucker. I told you.
You didn't
You
know
were
it was
Dream
me.
Krupp.
Because you would have said, Brian, quit being a fake. Quit being a fake
APF.
in that profile. You knew it. You're a liar.
You were Dream Krupp, who had phone sex with an elderly man suffering
I had
from
phone
mental,
sex with a Darby supporter, and I put it on my video, and all my
his,
non-supporters laughed.
you know, older, dementia, Alzheimer's, whatever.
He's dead now.
That was also foreign and had a little language barrier. And you come back bragging
But about that link,
that,
Tracy,
hey, I'm Dream
you
Krupp and I
there
had
and
phone
talk
sex
about me.
with. And that's a flex?
Now look, I can see.
That's a flex, Brian.
Wait a minute.
You putting up the messages
You
between you and
can
my
see my
son.
comments are in there.
It's somehow a flex. All that does is prove that you go into people's real lives. You're an epic failure, Brian.
How about a link if you're going to sit there and talk shit about me?
And over the years, I've tried to be reasonable with Brian. I have. There's been many a times that me and Brian have had decent conversations. The whole hate group that was formed about him after his son did what he did to that baby. I wasn't a part of that group.
Yes, she was.
I was not a part of that group. And I'll tell you again, I got kicked out of that group for defending Brian.
You said you wasn't a part of that group, but then you said you got kicked out of it. You just told on yourself.
And all of this can be proven.
You can see me. You can see me tagging people over there. I can see it.
Every bit of it can be proven. And Brian knows it.
How
But
about
all
a
he
link?
does is he'll try to divert. He came for me.
How about a link? Let's do this. Give me a link. Because I own you. Sundancer keeps saying she's got all these screenshots.
Sorry, got a phone call from that son of mine that Brian tries to.
Oh, I didn't try to.
Yeah.
I put it up.
He came nipping at my heels the other day out of the blue. Brian wants a link. Gladly, Brian. Gladly, brother. Let me figure out how to do it.
Oh, you know how to do
Can
it.
y'all hear me now?
You know how to do it.
Let me figure out how to do it, Brian.
Oh, how convenient for you. Well, you can come to my channel.
Oh, that ain't how you do it.
You brought tons of people
Hello,
up there
Jess.
before. You brought tons of people up there before, but conveniently you forget now, right?
Hold on. Now I gotta figure out how to how do I type in my own chat? I'm on my phone.
Well, here, unblock me from your phone and I'll call you.
Let me think how I type in my own chat. See, I don't do this. I don't do this shit. I don't do it for a living. I don't do it,
You make money on it.
He is such a bozo that his comeback to me the other, however long ago it was, well, I sure got $2,200 out of your subs, didn't I?
I sure did.
Yeah, you did.
I said they helped me raise $2,200
because you was on here talking about your pipes pros.
No,
and your kids was gonna have to go without baths and shit. Yeah, you did. Is that a flex too, Brian?
No, the flex was.
Hold on, I gotta figure out how to get to my.
Come to my live. I'm live.
All right, wait a minute. I'm going to figure this out because I'm not going to sit here and talk about him and not give him a link. But
no, you were about to. I knew you'd go live. You don't like the truth being out there about your son.
why is it not posting? Hold on. I'm not afraid of Brian. Trust me. Try swiping left or right. Ooh, if I go to swiping and hitting buttons, we're screwed, Ross. Hold on. Post comment.
I don't have that mystery block. I can see exactly.
Maybe I have the cheap cheap StreamYard where you can't do it.
Well, you can come to my live. I'm live. All of a sudden, she can't.
I don't know how to do it.
All of a sudden, you don't know how to do it.
I'm definitely not afraid of Brian. You can call me on the phone or
No,
put me
you
on
got
speaker.
me blocked there.
I think he's live right now. I thought I got it says invite guest. I hit that. It says copy this link. So I hit that. It says copied.
Yeah, she's brought people up on her panel before. Right?
So then I go to post a comment in the chat.
All of a sudden, she don't know how to bring people into her lives. You go back and look at her
It's
lives.
not posting.
She's had people up there. Oh, now it's not posting.
What'll happen if I swipe left or right? Let me see.
Maybe you'll get some of that shit off your ass.
Ross, those are bad instructions.
She knows how to do it. She's done it plenty of times. Go back and look at her lives.
I want you to go into his chat. I'm blocked in his chat.
You're not blocked in my chat.
Why would I want to go into his chat? Does he think I'm going to sit there and type while he runs his mouth? Try Control V. I'm not on a computer. I'm on a phone. I don't want to go in his chat. I don't even really need to talk to him. What I need for him to do
what you need to
quit
do is
bringing
talk
me
about me
up
and not
out
give me
of
a
the
chance
blue.
to defend myself.
Just because he gets a burr in his ass.
No, I don't get a burr in my ass. You're talking about me.
Hey, Red Feather. I don't think he's blocked. I mean, I don't think he's blocked.
I'm not blocked. You can see me typing in the chat right now.
That didn't work.
Woo, $50.
Beat her up, please.
I don't want to mess with that. Hey, Mag. So good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you because she gave you $50.
Yeah, it's not a very good live, Mag. It's
how come you didn't say anything
Brian,
else in other chats that didn't give you $50? How come you didn't say it was good to see them?
I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're getting ready for the holidays. I love Mag. She's good peeps. I have a lot of good peeps I've met up here. But no, he just gets a burr. He says, I need content. Are you kidding me? I can come on here and talk for hours and never mention you, Brian. You're the one. I see you, Jenny. You're the one that just pulls me out, dusts me off, and throws my name in a couple live streams. And then when I ask you, tell you. I didn't ask you. I told you.
Shh. Watch your mouth. I'm allowed to talk shit. Okay, you're
but
you don't like hearing it?
Get. Go somewhere with that
that
argument.
super chat, Mag. But I told you to leave me out of your shit, Brian.
Yeah, no.
I'm not going to argue the Darlie Routier case with you for another 20 freaking years.
No, you tried to argue the Darlie case with me, and everybody.
I tried that, Red Feather. I swear.
Janelle came to my live.
Post comment. It's not letting me. Yeah, I don't know either. Maybe I have the penny version of StreamYards. I don't know.
Yeah, all of a sudden you don't know how to bring somebody on your live. All of a sudden. It's because
Brian knows my number. Brian knows my
she
email.
got me blocked. Watch this. Watch this. I'll share it. Check
If
this
he
out.
thinks I'm going to get on a panel and fight with him over Darlie Routier, he's lost.
I don't want to talk about Darlie Routier. I want to talk about you talking about me. Now here's Tracy's phone. Here's Tracy's phone number. Do you see it? Wait a minute. Present. Share screen. Oh, yes, you did. Now here's Tracy's number, right? She's got me blocked. I'll try to call her. Look. Yeah, because you can't.
Has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 32153601000 is not available. At
And
the
I got
tone,
that dirt,
please
didn't I?
record your message.
I got that dirt,
When you have
didn't I?
finished recording, you may hang up or
Yeah.
press 1 for more
That is a
options.
flex. See, you got me blocked. See that? Here's the number. Watch. I call it again.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 32153.
Are you? Are you? Are you? You just now you're going back saying that's not your fault, blah blah blah, right? Are you? Yeah. Is that why that girl had a restraining order on him because he fights grown men? Mhm. If they don't affect you, then why are you having this live right now? She's wrong. He's not a child, Sin. Go back and play your be Def Leppard. No one should be saying that they dated Joe Elliott either. Mm-hmm. You got boundaries because all of a sudden you don't know how to bring somebody on your fucking live. Oh, yeah, that's right. And you've been saying wrong things. You've been putting up fake shit about me. Yeah, yeah. Just like you'll get in touch with my apartment complex. You mad? You mad? Your son could have killed people. You mad? Yeah. You hardly ever go live, but I don't get to you, so you're gonna go live, right? Oh yes, I have. That's right. And I'll keep doing it, bitch. Yeah, yeah. But you didn't put it up on yours, did you? I put my son's whole court trial up on mine. Yeah, it's because that cop missed a shot. That cop missed a shot. No, he tried to go for a police officer. He tried to go for a police officer. Why? What are you gonna do? Call somebody? You ain't catching me in shit. No, no, no. I'm coming at you because you're doing it. All of a sudden, I ain't starting on you. Yeah, he is. You found out because I posted. Yeah, but why didn't you tell your son about? Yeah, yeah. How convenient. Well, you can see her son telling me to add him to my Facebook. Now look, I'll try this again. Here's Tracy's phone number again.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message
How
system.
you guys doing? Hi,
3,
Jenny.
2, 1, 5, 3, 6, 0, 1, 0, 0 is not available. At the tone,
Yeah,
please
you
record
didn't
your
put up the
message.
video. I did.
When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options. We did not get your
He is a
message
good guy.
either because you were not
He
speaking
didn't
or
tell a
because of a
lie.
bad connection. To disconnect, press 1. To record your message, press 2.
Hang on. Wait a minute. That's me trying to call her. There we go.
Not that he would ever waste his time to go to Dayton. It's just crazy.
Well, look.
Just crazy that he went there, you know.
It's crazy that I went there, but I got the truth. I got the truth. Makes you mad, don't it?
It's like, dude, you know, with your history on here, and you wonder why you don't get any views. Nobody comes to say hi to you, except for Honey Bunches of Oats, which again,
look, because I'm not in the drama community anymore.
You really
I don't do
want
drama
me to tell
anymore.
Bryan
it's been a lot.
What you done to him.
People do talk to me. It's quality people that talk to me. I do true crime now. Here.
Yeah, don't want that.
All of a sudden, you don't know how to bring.
Because I have no problem flipping it on you, troll. I'll let Bryan bite at your ankles for a while. It's just crazy. When I saw that video of my son and my son's girlfriend, it doesn't shock me that he dug up that video. That doesn't shock me at all. I mean, Natasha Cooper did it first.
Yeah,
and I lost my mind. Well, he's not going to get that reaction out of me. It's just not going to happen.
I'm getting that reaction out of you right now.
But when he dug up my son's girlfriend,
oh yeah,
wouldn't know BryanSt.John if he walked up and
she will.
You know, shook her hand. She wouldn't have a clue who he is. Neither.
Now, if you go over that video, the girlfriend had a restraining order, a protection order against her son. That girl. Go watch the video again. Why? Why did she have a protection order against him?
Here with my son, though. Until I said, run, bad guy, son, bad guy, run. Can you tell Honey Bunches of Oats? Honey Bunches of Oats, if you're listening.
I saw it.
Because you've been coming for me off and on for months, but I just ignore your ass.
I have not been coming at you for months.
Tell them I never left any comments for them to remove. Hey, Johnny Cuddy.
Yes, they did.
That's from Sundancer. Honey Bunches of Oats, Matilda Goldstein. Goodness gracious. I got to figure out a way to upload that life-size Santa that my sister got. He's kind of scary. But it's kind of cool, too. We were trying to karaoke through him and everything last night. I have no clue who they are. Didn't even know they had a channel. Yeah, they have like one video on it, and it's of me. But they've come at me over some time. Every once in a while, they'd come in and say something stupid, but, you know, you're a troll, so.
So I'd say
you're a professional troll, to be honest with you, but whatever.
It was doing from Def Leppard, but she told everybody she used to date Def Leppard. This one here.
I got to figure out a way to upload that video.
Right there.
Because I mean,
And you did call my apartment.
We tried karaoke through
lying.
him, you know, because it's got an auxiliary and a mic and things like that. Brian left a comment thanking them for removing my comments. It's probably Brian. No, I don't think it's Brian. I think I know who they are.
I don't know who it is.
No, I know who they are. And if it keeps up, I'll tell Brian what they did to him over the years, and he can, like I said, he can nip at their heels for a while.
Tell
Hey,
me if you
Sergeant
know about
Blackrock.
it. Tell me.
Why would Brian thank them for? I mean, I don't know. That whole setup is weird. What's going on with honey bunches of oats and Brian? If they only knew.
I didn't meet them till the other day. Now wait a minute.
If they only knew.
If I only knew. So spill the beans then. How about it?
So, how did everybody else this Sunday go? It was actually a pretty nice day weather-wise, and then they got some Arctic blast moving in, which I hate. And here, I think I made the big score thrifting.
Is it Tawanda?
Because I got some beautiful, like glass grapes.
All of a sudden, she doesn't know how to bring somebody up on her live. Isn't that convenient?
Fall tree.
Then she tells me to call her.
Thanksgiving.
And you go straight to voicemail.
I have no idea. I just know I never left any comments. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Brian is not above. I mean, he's been Dreama Krupp, an Asian model.
That's right.
Who had phone sex with an old man with dementia and bragged about it as if that's a flex.
I put that up on there for everybody to see.
Poopy Pants.
Yep.
He created that channel just to drag himself.
I dragged myself, and you were the first one to say, I don't know who you are, but I like you.
It's me.
Yeah, because all my haters came over there.
Okay.
And I said,
why did you do that, Brian?
I got you, bitch. Here's what the problem is.
Yeah, well, Sundance, the good thing about it is Thanksgiving is so far along in the month that putting your Christmas stuff up now is just not out of the question.
Now, let me show this.
My son has been in from Atlanta.
Yeah, because I looked him up. He lives in Georgia now.
Good. You'll have to rewind, Red Feather. I mean, what are you saying? What about?
I'm live.
The Dreama Krupp, the Asian model where he had phone sex with
how Joe Elliott's doing, you know, from Def Leppard.
And thought that was a flex, or the Poopy Pants account where he had it and
oh yeah. I trolled myself and all my haters came over there.
Basically just
I did it for months.
Said horrible things about himself.
I sure did. And you were in there laughing your ass
and
off.
then he just goes live one day and I was like,
busted every one of you
Poopy Pants went
out,
live. And then I go in there and it's Brian.
Yep.
I was like, what did you do? You made a whole ass YouTube channel to poke fun at you yourself.
Sure did. Let's share here real quick. Here's what it's coming from. This is where this is coming from. Now, let me stop her from.
Oh yeah, he thought that was a big flex with the older gentleman with dementia, and
it was.
And he was foreign. Brian thought that was a great flex.
It was. Made him look like a pervert.
I had phone sex with an old man with dementia, and he's foreign.
Yeah, that was somebody that was giving lots of money to Darlie Routier. He had a crush on her, and me and the supporters, me and my non-supporters knew what we were doing. I put it up for everybody to see. It was funnier.
Yeah, beautiful Asian model. Okay, Brian.
Okay.
I don't know if you got taught.
You don't know how to
the right
give a live. Hang on.
Definition of flex, but
I'm going to present right here. I'm going to show you where the problem's comes from. Share the screen. Here's the problem. Here's the problem. Here's the problem right here. This is Darlie Routier's mother, right? And ever since I've come back out and I've been busting this case wide open, like I always do. Let me show you. Here, let me just do this. Oh, she took that off. She was on there, friends list. Okay, well, she was on there. She's not on there now. Let me see your phone. Can you make long distance calls with it?
Yeah, give me a second.
Hang on. One, can you get me on it so I can use it? I want to make a call. I think she's got my number blocked. Where do I go to the phones at?
It's in number.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Let's try this. I don't know if my camera can shows this. Let me see. Let me fix this first so that my chat can see. Let's see. Hi, Krang. I have to call with a different phone, see what happens.
I want to get my phone.
Hi, baby. I know. Okay, wait a minute. Now this thing went on me.
Christmas gronks. Gronks.
Oh no, I don't have to. Let's try it this
I don't
way.
know what a gronk is. What's a gronk?
Let's see. Let me put this lot big.
So does a gronk. GRONKS.
Come on.
It's a gonk.
All right, I'm gonna call her from
Okay.
a different number.
I don't know what it is. You're the one that has them.
She knows the area code. She won't answer.
I don't know. Sounded like me after a couple beers last night. I'm gonk. I know, but I don't like to find places to store them and shit. Just
She tells me to call her and she's got
it's
her
what
phone
it
turned off.
is. But I do have to get off here. I got some dishes I need to do. Got a load of laundry I need to do. I got some deep cleaning that I'll probably start tomorrow because having people over, not many people, for Thanksgiving. It's going to be a sucky one because Boog ain't here, but it is what it is, right?
She can see me.
I don't know, but I'm gonna Google it.
She can see me plain as day. You can see myself in her chat. Watch me typing on it.
Okay.
Let me put it right back here. See, watch. I'll type in it right now. She can see me. She's just pretending like she can't.
Okay, that was Brian calling me, but I can't answer it. It'll kick me off my live.
But you just said your son called.
If I can, I don't know how.
You said your son called you a minute ago.
Yeah. Well, I hope everybody has a good Thanksgiving. And like I said, Brian, give it up, man. I'm not doing this for the next 20 fucking years.
Well,
I'm not
then-
even going to live that long. And I'm definitely not going to spend my last days fighting with you.
Well, you sure did.
Just
Are you
leave
sure did
me
go
out
live,
of your
didn't you?
mouth, and everything will go fine.
No, I'll say what I want to say.
But if you think you're going to go live and repeatedly throw my name in it and call me a liar and everything else, when you know I'm not lying, Brian.
You are a liar.
You know I'm
That's
not
why
lying.
you won't bring me on your
But
channel.
you know what?
All of a
God
sudden,
knows
you
what
don't know
you've
how to bring
done,
anybody on your
and
channel.
that's all that matters.
You just said that it'll kick you off if you go live.
I can run
but
around and
you-
prove
you
everything
told
I
your son
everything
a
I
minute ago that
say.
Your son just called you.
But God knows what you've done.
That's right. That's why I'm not worried
And
about you.
with that, I'm gonna go and
Go fuck yourself.
I don't know. Brian, call me back if you want when I hang up, but you ain't going to like what I have to say.
You can come to my
So,
live. When you hang up,
But I'm
come to
not
my
going to
live.
spend the rest of my
Yeah, when you
days
hang up,
on
come to my
Earth
live. I dare you. I'll bring you right
fighting
on my
with you.
panel. I dare you.
Right. He's
I'll catch you
only
in your lies.
BryanSt.John. That was the name of the group,
No, it was
the
BryanSt.John.
Facebook group. And they did. They went hard at him. I mean, I always said that. They went really hard at Brian and his kids. I wasn't a part of it.
Yes, you were.
And again, I got kicked out of the group.
If
But
you wasn't a
at
part
the
of it,
time
how'd
they're
you get
going
kicked out
hard
of
at
it?
him, he's going hard at Braden. And Braden was gone.
I didn't
And you
say anything
see in
about
my
Braden.
messages that I put on my community posts, I'm asking him to please stop with the Braden comments.
No, there was no Braden comments. You didn't ask me to stop anything.
But he can keep on denying it. But you know what? A power a lot higher than me knows what you did, Brian.
Well,
So
good. That's all I'm
with
hoping
that, I hope everybody has a good Thanksgiving.
for. And you
And
won't come to my
check on your
live.
neighbors. And
I'm not coming to your live.
if you're alone and you need somebody to talk to, hit me up. I'll talk with you. So I will see you guys around the tubes.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Isn't that convenient for her? Isn't that convenient for her? She didn't forget, Hal. She does it all the time. I can see him right on the screen. Look at my screen. And somebody told her I wanted her to come over, but they're on my screen. They're in her chat. But I did say hello to Laura and Sergeant Blackrock, and they usually say hello to me back, and they didn't. But she can come to my live. She's more than welcome to come to my live and jump on my panel. She knows how. She's been on my panel before. Ain't you truth? I don't think you will. Hi, Jamie Lynn. Let's wait a minute. Let me stop presenting this. Now, all of a sudden, she forgot how to bring somebody up on her live. Okay? And I've known her phone number and her address for the longest time, and I haven't put it out. She put mine out earlier. Now, the thing with the Dream of Krupp, she's absolutely correct. I posed as a Dream of Krupp, and all my non-supporters that are watching this know this. All the non-supporters of the Darlie Routier case, they know this. That I posed as a woman named Dream of Krupp probably 10 years ago. I put up this fake profile, and the consensus was that my husband was a rich lawyer and he died, and he wanted her to choose a case where she felt somebody was innocent to give $50,000 to. Right? And my group knew what we was doing to give $50,000 to. So when I went to the Darlie groups as Dream of Krupp, they embraced her because she told him that. They made her the administrator of 2 of the Darlie's Innocent groups. So I did do that. And it was funny for us back then. It was funnier for us as non-supporters of Darlie Routier. It was very funny. So she told the truth. I did make that fake profile up. But she got up to that fake profile. And because I fought with BryanSt.John under that profile. I fought with myself. Right? Because when I troll you right. I fought with myself, and she saw that. And my mother had passed away. It was in 2013. And my mother had passed away. And I put up a video that had my mom's songs on it, which one of them was, REO Speedwagon. There was a bunch of songs that we played at her funeral. And Tracey slides into my Dream of Krupp as if she knew that was me. She didn't know that was me. She didn't know that was me because she saw me arguing with BryanSt.John. That's the only reason she slid over there. She saw Dream of Krupp arguing with her. So she slid up under there and said, "Here, play this song. That'll get to him." She sure the fuck did. Lying bitch. Lying motherfucker. All of a sudden, she don't know how to bring somebody up on a live. Oh, well, let's try it. But watch what happens, Nary. Watch what happens. She's got me blocked. Now, if I was such a bad person, right, and such a person that goes after people's real life, why would she give me her phone number? I've had it for years. She's had the same one for years. We talk a lot. She didn't have a problem with me until I started going after the Darlie Routier case again. We were fine. There was no accusations of Braden, no accusations of I did this and I did that until I went back to the Darlie Routier case. She's friends with Darlie's mom. So let's try it again. See? She knew I called her a minute ago. And now she's saying she don't want to go live with me. Because I will own her ass. And she knows it. She's sitting over there telling fucking lies. Let's do it one more time for those in the back. I'm going to turn it up really loud. This is me calling Tracey's phone number. Let me present the screen. Let me present it so people can see. She put my phone number up earlier. Let's see. I want people to see this. Because she's not going to answer me. Just a minute ago, she said, oh, that was Bryan, because I have been calling her. But she knew it. She knows it's me because she got the 937 area code blocked. She can see that. That's why I go straight to voicemail. But let me share. Now, you can see she put my number up earlier, right? My number is 937-687-8768. It's not a problem. This is her number. And watch. Why don't you just come to my live?
I don't know how.
No, you know how to come to my live. You ain't blocked from my live. Come to my live.
Okay, so come in your live and what? Chat?
No, I'll bring you up on the panel.
Okay.
All right. Now, she says she's going to come to my live now. All right, so let me put this out of here. Let me stop that screen. Okay, let me give you a link, Tracey, and you can come on up here. And we'll get this settled tonight. We'll settle it tonight. Tracey says she knows who you are, honey bunch. I look, and I'm not typing. It's not me. That's somebody else. Okay, here's a link, Tracey. There's a link. Grab it, and I'll let you up. Because if you're going to talk about somebody, or at least give them a chance to talk back. Now, grasp it. You know how you've been up on my live before. I want to see you come backstage. Now, give us a reason why you can't get on my live. Give us a reason why you can't take that link, Tracey. Because all of a sudden, you didn't know how to bring somebody on your panel, and you've had people on your panel plenty of times. She's okay. But see, she didn't have any problem with me. And people in the drama community know that for years, she didn't have a problem with me. Okay. Now, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Okay, so can you give us the rundown on some of that stuff that you were saying over there? Tell me about Dreamer Krupp again.
You pretended to be Dreamer Krupp because
Yes, I
you
did.
couldn't get into a supporters group. So you pretended to be a woman, an
Yes, I
Asian
did.
model, and you
Yep.
ended up having phone sex.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Hold on. I gave you a chance to talk. Now, the reason that I pretended to be Dreamer Krupp was because I was trying to watch what the Darlie supporters were saying about me. So I made up Dreamer Krupp as a woman who lost her wealthy lawyer husband who had $50,000 to donate to any case that she thought the person was innocent. Right? They made me the administrator of two of their groups.
And that led to having phone sex with that old man, Hal?
Okay. Elias was sending Darlie money left and right. And we always
And
said
that's your business. Why?
Hang on, because I can.
Oh, okay.
What business is it of yours that what I say to the cops when I'm trying to get my son out of there? How's that your business?
Well,
Okay.
you went live and called me a liar numerous times, and I ain't fucked with you, Bryan.
Well, that Sully girl was over there. The Sully.
Okay, so now I got to pay for what Sully does, and I've never spoken to this person.
Let's not yell. Let's do this. That Sully girl was up on Rich Prater's panel when you were in the chat, the last live you did. And she was going, oh, that Tracy Monet, go over there and watch her. Go over there and watch her. She's got some great content on her channel.
Okay.
Do you have great content on your channel?
Maybe
Has
she likes
anything-
my content. Why does that bother you so?
How would she know where your channel was? You got content on your channel about me.
Oh, come on, Bryan.
That's what she's
I
talking
ain't
about.
spoke on you in so long, but it chapped your ass what Rich said. And you had to go live and call me all kinds of fucking liars.
I didn't care what Rich said about you. I know you don't know that case very well. Okay,
I know it better than you do. You didn't even know
you
they had
think you
sliding
do?
glass doors.
You think you do? Yeah, but I explained that when I went there to that house, which I took
You always explain it away, Bryan. Everything you say and do, you explain it away.
Let me speak. When I went to that house, to the crime scene as a Darlie supporter, they were putting carpet in, and it was rolled up against those windows, and I didn't know they had sliding glass doors. It looked like windows to me. Sure did.
Okay,
I didn't know. Yeah, okay. And
it doesn't really matter to me one way or the other.
now, the very first post that you saw me put up about my son's case, wasn't I going on about him being guilty as fuck?
Yeah, and I said, don't do
did
that,
you
man. The handcuffs aren't even off yet.
No, you told me I could be hurting his case.
You could have.
Right. So my first idea within days of this happening was that my son did it, right?
You came in a panic. You remember how Mary Moody treated you?
I wasn't worried about Mary Moody. We're all friends today.
Yeah, no. I guess
But
Pam let you back in her group after she banned you from it for so long.
I'm back. I've been back in that group. I use her content to this day.
Anna Sophie. Bryan, drop Anna Sophie a link.
No. I want to talk to you. Let her stay in the chat. Now, Tracy, when I asked you if you called my apartment complex to try and get me in trouble about YouTube
I said,
money,
yeah, I did it, Bryan, whatever.
No, you didn't. You said, yes, I did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You're sitting right here lying.
Oh, the biggest liar on YouTube wants to call me a liar. Okay.
You are sitting right there lying, Tracy, because you know all right, look, this ain't about
You think
stuff.
I would have any sympathy if I did do that after you reached out to my son to get dirt on me?
Why would you be mad? Your son gave me dirt on you. He handed it to me.
Why would you reach out to my son?
Because I was trying to figure out why that you go on telling lies and doing what you do to me when I
don't
tried
lie,
to
Bryan. Everybody that knows that case that was around back then knows I'm not lying and you are.
Okay, well, nobody proves me wrong.
What do you want proved wrong about? You said those horrible things about Braden. That's been proven.
No, it's not been proven. Those are fake screenshots, and you know it.
Nope, that's not what you said in my message.
We were talking about. I'll put it up. In the next.
Go read the message.
I did read it. We were talking about
read the most recent one.
Oh, I don't know what the most recent one is, but I'll deal with that after we get you off here. Yeah.
Why do you bring me up periodically just out of the blue? I'm not talking about
hang on, Tracy. Hang on. Here's a good question for you. Everybody that's watching this knows that before I started back into the Darlie Routier case, you didn't have any problem with me in your chat. You didn't have any problem with me coming up on your panel. You would come on my panel. But as soon as I started the Darlie Routier chat, the Darlie Routier case again, now we're back to this, right?
No, you want to tell me, you want to really know what was the icing on the cake for me, Bryan? Not the Darlie Routier case, because you're so obsessed with it, you'll die muttering her name.
I'm not friends. I'm not on Darlie Key's friends list. You are. I'm not on her mother's friends list. You are.
It was you looking up teen porn. That's what did it for me.
Oh, for God's sakes. I looked up teen butt sex. So what? I'm a grown man.
And those are kids.
No, they're 18 and up.
Oh, and they're called teens. Because at 18, you're an adult. So why would it be called adult porn? Yes, you can do porn
when you're 18. Yes. Yes. It didn't say child porn. It said teen butt sex. What it said. And I'm not ashamed of that.
You're so gross, man. You're even trying to get out of this.
I'm not trying to get out of that. No, well, here, I'll show you right now. You want me to present it?
No, I don't. I mean, everybody knows you did it.
Just like Darlie, when Darlie got caught with all those dildos in her house, she said, I will not be ashamed for loving my husband.
Yeah, but guess what she didn't get caught with? Teen porn.
It's young porn. So what? They're not children.
A teenager is a child.
No, an 18-year-old is a woman.
Okay, Brian, you stay with that, okay?
I am going to stay with that.
There's a big thing pop up on the screen when you're looking at it saying, all the women portrayed in this porn are 18 years or older.
Yes.
Nah.
Yes,
It would not read teen porn. It would read adult porn.
Well,
because at the age of 18,
all right. Well, look,
you
I guess
are
I'll have
an
to
adult.
do it. I guess I'll have to do it and show you. You want me to show you right now what it does when you look up
and
teen
the
porn?
fact that a 50-something-year-old man gets a kick out of teenage porn is gross.
No, I get a kick out of young women. My wife is 15 years younger than me, Tracy. I like younger women.
Capone, shut up. Put your heart on away. This ain't about Laura.
Now, my issue with you is I feel like that you were talking to Sully. You said you don't know her.
I don't know her.
All right. Well, I have a hard time believing that because of some of the stuff she posts.
Well, prove I know her.
Prove that I typed out those things about Braden. I typed them.
So because you think I know someone is reason for you to go live, call me all kinds of liars, and then dig into my son again and his girlfriend. You know, the son that you said is such a great guy.
You did a live, Tracy, and you were talking about my son Zach, my son Luke. So it's tit for tat.
I didn't say one discouraging word about Zach.
But you said he was up in my Zach's house hiding, and that Janie, you mentioned my daughter. You mentioned my daughter. Okay, so your son did get busted.
Okay, Brian. Again,
he was driving down.
My son pulled a stunt, got involved in a police chase, but he didn't beat a baby to death.
No, he was driving down the interstate, going the wrong way to the point where a state trooper had to take a shot at him.
You want to see where all the charges were dropped, Brian?
I don't care. I saw what the news story said.
Okay, you want to see where all the charges were dropped,
I don't
Brian?
care. I see what the news story said.
Oh, of course. You're not going to get to me that way, Brian.
Okay. Well, Tracy, did a police officer shoot at him?
Yes.
That's what I'm going by. So the news story is correct.
Which is against their protocol for shooting at a moving vehicle on an interstate.
Okay, so what happened to him? What happened to the state trooper?
Nothing.
So just because he got the charges dropped, does that mean he's not guilty?
No, he did entice the police into chasing him.
Did he have 2 felonies on him in Clark County before outside of those?
All of them's been dropped, Brian. You know, all of your abusing women that got dropped, same
All
difference.
my abusing women got dropped is because I went to court and I stood up for myself and I was found innocent.
Yes, so did my son.
He was found innocent, but you just said he did it.
He did do the police chase. He wasn't charged with it.
Okay, well, so he did it, but he was found innocent.
Kind of like when Luke beat the shit out of Braden in 2015.
No, Kelsey and them both said that he fell out of the crib.
You're right, Anna. He could have. Glad he didn't. Thank God he didn't.
Or that a police officer could have shot him in the fucking head, Tracy.
Yes, I know this, Brian.
Is that the first time he was in jail?
What do you think I did? Send up balloons and confetti when I watched the news that day?
How would you feel if the police officer shot him in the head and then they started getting in your inbox and making jokes about it? How would you feel then?
Brian, you started with that family first.
I did not start with that family
yes,
first.
You
were
did.
not
you went
there.
After Victoria Bittner in Messenger when Brady was
I sent her a message because she had
my
my son's picture up saying,
"Yeah, they put your son's picture on Facebook because he ran."
But no, he didn't. But your advice to me was, you can't be saying he's guilty. You can hurt his case. You contradict yourself.
No, I'm not contradicting myself. Even guilty people deserve a fair trial.
Do you think he got a fair trial?
Yes, I do. Do you?
Well, we could run that way if we thought he was.
You tried to run some scenarios past me that you were going to try to throw in there about the whole fire drill, which hasn't been proven.
It has been proven. The people that were there know. Everybody all the jury went downstairs because there was a tornado drill. All the jury, all the courtroom went downstairs.
That's you talking. Nobody else has said that.
Have you asked anybody else that was in the courtroom?
Why wouldn't somebody that thought it was unfair speak up and say, I know, Anna, I'm sick. I know I'm unfair. Sick.
But since I know that he's guilty, I don't want him out on a technicality. I don't want him out.
This whole appeal shit. I've got a screenshot from somebody from 2 years ago that said they posted his appeal. I didn't bring that up.
No, his appeal was denied. And then Sully was talking. Yeah, and it should have been. His appeal was denied. And then Sully made this comment. Well, I wonder why Luke's appeal, because he had some things going on where they were going to try and go in and prove that he wasn't actually the one that ended Braden's life, because they took Braden off life support.
Yeah, that's a hell of a thing to appeal on.
Well, no, he wasn't going to appeal.
And you've made that statement before. Well, they're the ones that pulled the plug on him.
They sure did pull the plug on him. I told the truth.
Yeah, Bryan, why? Because
they
your
were
son
told,
beat him to where he would never
absolutely
have had a life.
Absolutely. So are you glad that your son beat these charges?
A concussion. Bryan, stop.
He did have a concussion.
He had a fracture. You sent me those autopsy pictures.
I know. I sent them to you. So I didn't have anything to hide, did I?
Well, don't call it concussion then.
It was a concussion. That's what killed him.
No. It was a fracture. His skull was fucking cut in half.
Which is exactly what would happen to a car that somebody's going the wrong way and they drive into them because they're running from the cops high. But he got out of that, right?
Well, I mean, he's paying his penance for something, but it ain't that.
Now, can you tell us why his girlfriend that you're so mad that I looked up had a restraining order on him at the time?
She didn't have a restraining order against him.
Oh, that's right, in the news story. That's right, in the news story. Go back and look at the video.
I don't know. I'll have to ask Chance.
So you know that if you tell her anything that Chance told her to tell you, that you're violating that restraining order?
Oh, but according to you the other day, y'all didn't know there was a restraining order.
The other day about what?
You said that I found a clip. I'll give it to you. I'll send it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Where you claimed that none of you all were aware there was a restraining order.
No, we all knew that there was an order. As a matter of fact, I got
that's not what you say in this clip.
Okay, if you think that's what I said in this clip, then why did I post the restraining order for everybody to see?
Because you were going after Kelsey.
Because do you think that Kelsey should be in jail too?
Yes, I do. That's what got me thrown out of the group.
So do I. And the reason that now you put this clips up that said none of us have contact with her. I said we don't have contact with her. That means me and my wife and my 2 kids. Missy sees them all the time. I'm not allowed over there when Missy's there because she don't want me to fuck that up for her. So that's why I get to see pictures of him. I get to hear about what he's doing. I don't have.
Brian, I don't care. I don't think you're a threat to that child. So
I'm not a threat to any child.
I never said you were.
But my son is. My son is a piece of shit, Tracy.
Yeah, but you know what? You talk about Luke, and then when you don't want to be a part of it, you say, "Well, I didn't even raise him." So you just dump it on Missy.
I didn't raise him. I wasn't there because people say you raised this child killer. I wasn't there. I lived in Colorado. I wasn't there. So if you want to be technical, he was being raised by Missy. And Missy
and Sophie, if you want to get a restraining order against me, Brian has all my information. By the way, Brian, when you make fake screenshots, spell my name right, dummy.
Yeah. Just like I could tell them. They spelled my name Brian. And some of them screenshots, Tracy.
Yep. Some of them might not have been you, but the worst ones were.
No, they weren't.
Brian, you've had every one of them accounts on Facebook.
Did you see me?
Brian, you've had Eric. You even used to troll under fucking Nicole's.
And do you think that they couldn't put up a Facebook that says Brian or Eric with my picture
Brian,
on?
You admit to me when I'm asking you to please stop going at Braden like that.
I wasn't going at Braden. You asked
that they
what
can't
you asked me was
yours
what
can.
You told me was,
and in the most recent screenshot I put up, you even described the horrible thing you said about the head. You even described it in our messages.
No, that was one of the ones that I got removed, and I've got it down. I've got it in the video already, about 3 videos back, where I have it removed. That was a fake profile.
Tracy has raised a kid that hates women. Well, Brian's raised a kid that hates babies.
Did I say that to you? Did I say that to you, Tracy?
No, but you're letting your chat say it, so.
I'm not typing it. Can you tell me, does Chance have a baby with this woman?
No.
Well, somebody here says that Tracy's son beat a pregnant woman.
Nope.
So that didn't happen.
Nope.
Well, come on.
Sure
Somebody's saying
didn't.
it on YouTube. It must have happened.
Well, I'll tell you the story if you want to know.
Oh, you said it didn't happen. But now
Him and
it's
his
a story.
girlfriend got into it in Florida, and he pushed her to the side to leave the house, and she lied and said she was pregnant. Then she had to go back into court and say she wasn't.
And she's your friend today?
Different girl, Brian.
It's not a different girl. I put her Facebook up with you putting likes under
No,
it.
that's a different girl.
That's the same one she got arrested with.
No, okay, but we're talking now. Honey Bunches of Oats is bringing up a whole different girl.
I don't think, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know who that is. You said on your live that, I could tell you who that is. And if you only knew how they fucked you over. Go ahead, Tracy. Tell me who that is.
Yeah, like calling a job and shit. Didn't you, Honey Bunches of Oats?
Well, tell me who that is.
No. Why should I help you?
Well, you're not helping me.
I ain't come here to help you.
You're not helping me. You're not helping me. If you know who that is, then why wouldn't you tell me?
Why would I?
Because you don't know who it is.
Okay.
I don't know who it is.
All right.
You said that person has been bothering you for
Honey
a couple
Bunches of Oats knows I know who they are.
If you do, say it.
No.
Yeah, they boosted because, it says he steals from stores and sells the merchandise on Marketplace.
Well, he didn't get caught with any merchandise, so.
Well, the cops pulled up before he got away from that Home Depot.
No.
No, that's what the story says. Got to believe what the story says. Got to believe it if you see it on YouTube.
What do you mean the cops pulled up before he got away from Home Depot? He was caught with nothing. He didn't steal anything. I'm not saying he hasn't, but I'm saying that day he didn't.
The cops pulled up into the Home Depot because they got a call that they were in there stealing.
Okay, and they were caught with nothing. You know what they charged him with? Conspiracy to commit theft.
And
so if I walk in a store and I'm thinking, I really like that, I think I'm going to steal it, I can get locked up. Okay.
Has your son ever boosted anything from a store?
Probably so.
Okay, so he got away with it then, right?
Probably so. Oh,
now,
I'm
do
sure
you love
James
your
has done
son?
a lot that he's gotten away with.
Do you love your son no matter what he does?
Absolutely.
And so do I. So if your son commits a crime against somebody and that criminal's family is in your inbox constantly messing with my wife, and people using, are you going to be nice about it?
Brian, you started with them first.
I told her to take my son's picture down. Yes, I did.
Well, your son shouldn't have ran.
He didn't run. That was the same night. And then you put this thing up about where I told him to turn his GPS off. You're fucking goddamn right I did. Because it had only been an hour since it happened. And I wanted to know.
Oh, wait a minute. I wanted to talk to you about that. Because you're saying it's only been an hour since it had happened when he was sitting in your living room. But then that conflicts with your whole story.
Wait a minute.
About down at Zach's.
No, he was at Zach's at 2:00 in the morning that night. Nicole.
Don't drag Nicole into this.
Yeah, she was there.
She hates this shit.
She was in that video. Nicole, can I come ask me a question?
He is a great kid.
The day that Luke.
He just strayed.
The day that Luke killed Braden, he came over to our house. About what time was it?
Late morning, early afternoon.
About 11:00. Right? And when I had him on the phone, you're in that video with him. What time was it?
11:00 in the morning?
Yes. He came directly over to my house after he did what he did to Braden. Yes.
So Braden hadn't even been, you mean Luke wasn't there when Kelsey saw him and he was blue? And because the ambulance didn't even show up till like 1.
Well, we said about 11:00. It was in that area. It was right after it happened. I don't know the exact time, but he came straight to my house.
He was like, something's wrong with Braden. Something's wrong with Braden.
That's what he did. He came straight to my house. And I told him right then and there, you're not staying here. You cannot be in my house.
Right.
So Brian, have I ever held you responsible for what Luke did?
You sure throw it in my face.
And you throw Brian.
Well, no, I just started this with Chance
today. And you lie and you lie and you lie. And then you drag me into your lies.
No. I started your shit with Chance. I started your shit with Chance today. today. I've never said anything to you negative about Chance except for he's a nice kid and he loves his mama. Did I not?
What changed your mind?
Because I know he loves his mother.
What changed your mind that you would dig up his girlfriend?
The girlfriend
You
that's got
do,
to restrict.
you do that to all nice kids that love their mother?
Yeah, sure. The topic was, let's talk about people's kids. Let's talk about Janie. Let's talk about Zach. Let's talk about Luke.
No, I didn't say anything bad about Zach or Janie.
I didn't say anything bad about Chance.
I understood why they didn't want the police up in their apartment.
Did I say something bad about Chance, or did I just put up what it was that he did?
Okay, Brian. If that's really, I mean, your flex is so fucking weak.
My flex got you to go live, and my flex got you to come over here.
Yeah, because I'm not afraid of you, like so many people are.
Ain't nobody afraid of me. Now, I'm not in the drama community anymore. I'm over here doing my Darley case.
Yeah, because you fought with me. There's nobody in the drama community that likes you.
I don't care. I don't need those people. But look, I chose to go back to the Darley Routier case, and the first thing you said was, "Leave that family alone."
Nope, didn't go down that way. You drug my name up first. You think I think that you're ever going to stop obsessing over Darley Routier and her family? Do you really think I think you're ever going to do that?
Because she's sitting there lying about her being innocent. Remember when I was talking to Danelle on the Darley's
Didn't you go to Danelle's TikTok?
No, I didn't. I've never been to her TikTok. Never.
So Danelle just shows up in your comments and starts shit.
Yes.
Okay, so I can go to Danelle
I did a 4-hour live
her,
with her, Tracey.
Where did you come across BryanSt.John?
She came to my groups. She sure did.
She didn't just pop in your groups, Brian.
Yes, she did. And
no, you went to her TikTok and you started in on her.
TikTok. I never have been to her TikTok. Never.
That's a damn lie.
How do you know? Can you see what I'm doing? Jada, come here. Let me ask you something. She's 15 years old now, so she can probably handle this. Now, you remember when I was on that live with Darley's baby sister? Yeah, the one that said that I was sexually molesting you guys and that you guys just haven't told on me yet? Yeah. What'd you tell her then?
That she's full of SHIT.
Why do you do this to your kids?
My kids are almost grown.
Why do you do this to them?
I'm not doing it. She's 15 years old.
Why do you do this to Nicole?
I'm not doing anything to Nicole. Nicole didn't like it either. She was accused. Danelle was on my channel accusing me.
Danelle didn't just come out of the blue and said, Brian's a child molester. Nope, didn't happen that way, Brian.
She sure the fuck did. It's right in the video.
Nope.
It's right in the video. I've got it right in the video.
Yep. But see, the thing about you having something is you exclude your part in everything.
Oh, no. I've got my video up for everybody to see where she did that. It's still up.
Maggie, no, that's mommy's beer.
What Danelle did is that she decided that since she had TikTok now and she was out here talking about Darley's case, she thought that she would join the non-supporters groups. And people were going, oh, my God, is that Danelle? Don't let her in. I was like, no. Let her in. Let her in.
Let's let her in so I can dig in her life. Let's let her in so I can go after her kids. And because that's what
how am I going after her kids?
Okay.
How about went after her life? Explain. Can you?
Like I said, you go looking for a fight, and then when somebody bites back, all of a sudden you're hard to do nothing. Brian, everybody on YouTube that's had a problem with you, are you going to try to convince me that they're all wrong?
They're all drama fucking people. Okay, let me ask you.
Now it's drama's fault.
Yeah, I'm not in drama. Let me ask you a question about the Darley Routier case.
Okay.
Let me ask you. The sock that was outside.
Yep.
Was Darley's DNA, where was Darley's DNA found on it?
On the inside.
Danelle came on. Danelle went on Ken Maines' show and said that her DNA was found on the outside as if she were gagged. And when we questioned her about that, you know what she told me? What does it matter? You know, one time I've got it on here where she called my house 7 times in a row. And I told her, I can't talk right now. I can chat. My kids are asleep. She told me, I don't give a shit. Is that me harassing her?
She didn't come for you first, Brian.
She came to our groups first, and I was as nice as I could.
Maggie's not drinking beer. She had my bear.
Tracey, she came to our groups first, and I was as nice as I could be to her. And she kept saying things that I knew wasn't true, and I'd show her with facts, and then she turned into Darlie.
Brian, let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think what you're doing is doing anything to keep Darlie in jail?
No.
Are you satisfied with the fact that Darlie got the death penalty?
Yes.
Then what the fuck is your problem?
My problem is that her family continuously lies about that case to the public, and it's disrespectful to Devin and Damon.
Like you lie about your son's case.
I have never lied about my son's case. Did I?
Yes, you have, Brian.
Let's go back. Let's go back. The first post you saw me say is I said, I
It's
know
like
he's guilty.
you got your ass chapped when Darlie Key offered you a friendly hand after what happened in your family. And then when she didn't answer your text or your calls,
I sure did.
Boo-hoo, I hate Darlie Key again.
No.
I had a spiritual awakening, but it don't matter because Darlie Key doesn't talk to me.
The thing of it is Darlie Key called me and she said, Brian,
she told you stay away from the media.
She didn't tell me stay away from media.
Yes, she did.
She told me if I needed anything that I could call her.
Yeah, that's the kind thing to do.
Right. So when I took her up on it, she'd never answer me.
And you got butt hurt.
Yeah, that was Darlie Key.
You got butt hurt.
Yeah, I got butt hurt. That was Darlie Key's way of rubbing it in my face.
No, it wasn't. She did that out of her heart, Ryan.
Well, then how come she never took my call?
She didn't pinky. You know, y'all didn't exchange blood. You're not brothers. She didn't promise to be your bestie.
I've got her. No, but she felt like she wanted.
She pissed you off. Ooh.
Well, no, she felt like she wanted to help me because she's been through this, and that maybe she could offer me some advice, and she was going to show me some sympathy, and I could talk to somebody that knows what it's like. So about a week after she left that, I started texting her, and I started calling her. She wouldn't answer my calls. She never had. Huh?
She wasn't feeling good. She's an old lady, Brian.
Is she still sick?
Do you think she should reach out to you at this point?
No. And here's another thing that Danelle did. She went on campaign.
You told Pam that Darlie Key reached out to you, and Pammy told Brian, "Don't trust her, Brian. She's a snake. Don't trust her." And Brian's like, she hasn't taken my text or anything, so I'm just going to attack her again. That's what you do, Brian. That's how you roll.
I haven't attacked Darlie Key. I haven't attacked her.
Oh, Brian.
Now, Danelle came on, not since years ago. Danelle came on.
You're not going to convince me that that Danelle came looking for you. Okay.
She came to our group.
You are not.
I never said that she came looking for me. I said she came to our groups. She was in Justice for Devin and Damon. She was in all
hell,
those
I
groups.
stumbled into one of your all's groups once, and you know what it cost me? About 250 messages on Messenger from you. That's how I met you.
Right, because you keep getting the case wrong.
No, I'm not.
Did the judge have Alzheimer's?
What have I said that's wrong?
You said the judge had Alzheimer's. Was that
the judge did? He admitted it in open court.
Okay, who was the ones that convicted him?
The judge is the referee, Brian. The judge can do anything they want to sway a case.
Darlie has never filed for judicial misconduct. She's never filed an appeal based on that. Never.
Okay.
So why are you? Why are you? The jury is the ones that convicted her.
Darlie's sitting on death row. Why are you still running your mouth?
Because they're out here still running their mouth and lying about her case.
Why do you care what they're lying about?
Because we got to be a voice for these two kids that are dead and in the ground.
No, you don't have to be a voice for two kids that wouldn't have pissed on you if you were on fire.
Well, then why do you got to be a voice for whatever it is I post or don't post on Facebook?
It's so funny how you hide behind that advocate shit. It's so funny.
I didn't say I was an advocate. I said I do true crime.
Brian, you have said numerous times that you advocate for children.
When you speak up for hurt or harmed children, you are advocating for them. Now,
I don't know what you're so worried about, unless you think maybe Darlie might have a
there's a drama community and there's a true crime community, and we talk about true crime cases. That's what I like to do.
That's true crime when you go live calling me all kinds of fucking liar over shit I know nothing about. I know nothing about your son's appeal. Well, I know nothing about Sully. I know nothing about none of these.
I believe you. I believe you now. But but check this out.
Oh, I'm gonna run my mouth and call Tracey a liar throughout my whole life. But now, since she said she's not a liar, now I believe her.
I believe you don't know Sully, is what I mean.
I don't know her.
Now, Danelle came on Ken Maines' show, and
I'm not gonna sit here and listen to you. I'm not gonna sit here and listen to you bash Danelle.
I'm not going to bash her.
I can watch any of your videos and hear that. I don't need to hear it.
No, I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to bash Danelle. I'm going to tell you what she did. That more than 100,000 people saw her do. She said most of the Darlie Routier non-supporters are people that are 600 pounds, live in their basement, they're on Social Security disability because their back hurts, living off other people's money. You know, I don't work anymore. I'm on disability.
Okay,
I got diabetes.
My daughter's nasty jab out there. Big deal. You do it daily.
But do you know that Darlie Key lives with her and is on Social Security?
She's old enough to be on Social Security there, Brian.
Right. That's money that people earn.
That's a whole lot different than disability.
Yeah, that's money that people earn that you pay into. I got diabetes really bad now. I mean,
Brian, I'm not going to sit here and just you message me about the disability thing. Did I go at you? Did I say you don't deserve disability? I never did that.
You can't say I don't deserve it because I went through the court process to get it. I didn't get denied.
Congratulations.
I showed my proof. I showed that I got slip disc. I showed that I got diabetes really bad. I showed
Who really cares, Brian? I mean, in the grand scheme of things, does anybody really care that you're on disability?
Well, Danelle did because she mentioned it.
Well, Danelle was throwing a jab at supporters. You do it all the time. You
so why
every day of your life?
You said that Danelle didn't come looking for me.
She didn't.
Yes, she did.
No, she didn't.
Sure, she did.
Nope, I don't believe you.
She came to our groups, and I've got every one of our conversations posted where I was just kind as could be kissing her ass.
I'm sure you were. I'm
sure
you were.
I was going to be nice to her.
I'm sure you were.
And I corrected her on some things. Now, did you apparently you know the case well enough to know that Darlie testified that when she was 8 years old, she was molested by her.
Yep, sure do.
Yeah, right? So you know that, right?
Right.
Danelle said that never happened.
So you also know at the time that Danelle was a child.
Danelle was
had no idea why her sister said that.
No, Darlie in testimony said it was an open conversation in her family. She also said that when she went to see the Chippendales that night, people were asking her in the courtroom, why would you let your son go with that man that molested you? She said, the only reason I let her go is because my sister Danelle was with them.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about these conversations, Brian.
Because, well, you can look at my channel.
I don't dive into people's personal lives the way that you do.
Do you stand for Darlie Routier's innocence?
I stand for a new trial.
If she gets a new trial, do you think she'll have a problem with what Darren said in 2002?
Which was what?
The writ that he said that him and his wife got in a fight that night, and she asked for him for a separation. And then he went on to say that he asked multiple people to break into. Okay, that's going to be brought up in a new trial.
Okay, so
why did the first written statements they gave, they didn't mention any type of separation, any type of fight. So why they lied to the police?
Well, if you're under those circumstances of you just lost 2 of your children and you were wounded, which wounds that you try to overlook like they're just nothing, because everybody everybody stabs themselves in their prominent arm to the bone and doesn't make a sound.
Yeah, in your arm right here where I'm showing in the camera, your arm right here, which is really close to the bone. But she's going to have a problem with Darren because Darren said that he asked multiple people to break in his home. Why is Danelle out here demanding?
I wanted to talk to you about that before I forget. You said the other day that you've never accused Darren.
No, I don't accuse Darren.
When you were a Darlie supporter, Darren was your target.
Darren wasn't my target, but I believe that he led people into that house. I know he
accused Darren of having anything to do with it, did you?
No, I believed when I was a Darlie supporter, the reason I thought that she was innocent.
Here you go again.
The reason that, I have an explanation. The reason I thought she was innocent.
You always have an explanation. It just doesn't make sense.
And that's exactly what it is.
And a week from now, you'll get caught up in another explanation.
Well, that's what you think. But the reason I was a Darlie supporter was because
I'm not arguing Darlie with you. Why are you running your mouth?
Wait a minute. You just asked me a question about Darlie.
No, it wasn't a question. It was a statement.
Well, let me make my statement. The reason that I was a Darlie supporter is because I felt like Darren led people into that house to rob that house, and they killed them. That's what I never said Darren did it. I know Darren didn't do it.
No, I didn't say you said Darren did it, but you did say Darren was involved.
Yeah, involved. Same thing Rich Prater says.
Okay. I got my theory too. So what about it? The fact of the matter is, you sit up here and say, nope, never for 1 minute did I think Darren was involved. Never for 1 minute did I accuse Darren. Bullshit.
I never did. I never accused Darren of killing those kids.
That's what came between you and Darlie Key.
Darla Key was the one that told me that she always thought Darren had something to do with
No,
that.
when you
Yeah,
were a
she did.
supporter, you kept driving home, Darren.
Yeah.
And Darlie Key got sick of it, and she popped off and said something to the
No.
extent of, why don't you submit your prints? Or where were you
there?
on June 6th?
Were you now? What happened was, as a Darlie supporter, we saw that Darren put up a Facebook.
I'm not going by things you've told in the past. You just don't remember.
No, I know exactly what I said. This is the same
No,
story
you
I
don't.
told for years. We saw that Darren put up a Facebook page about 10 years ago. And on that Facebook page, it didn't say anything about help me find this killer. My wife's in prison. So I messaged Darla Key. And I said, look at this that he just put up. Right? And she said, hold on a minute. And she went over there, she looked, and she said, that bastard, I'm calling Cooper right now. And then she told me, I always thought he had something to do with this. Right?
Okay.
So when I was in the groups, I was saying I felt like Darren had something to do with it. So the people were jumping my ass for that. I said, look, I'm not the only one that thinks that. And I took that message that Darla Key left to me and I put it in the fucking group.
Because God knows you can't have a private conversation with somebody that you don't blast it everywhere when you get mad.
Oh, they wasn't mad at me they wasn't mad that Darla Key said that. They was mad that I shared the message. But you could clearly see her say that she always thought Darren.
I'm sure that's crossed Darlie Key's mind. How could it not?
Well, she says in interviews that there's no way he would do that.
She doesn't believe Darren killed those kids.
She doesn't believe the insurance scam neither, because they would be demanding that Darren tell the names of those multiple people that he asked to break into his house. They never do that.
Darren's scared.
Scared of what?
He was scared back then that he'd get charged.
So wouldn't it tell you that if he asked multiple people to break in his house and then someone comes in his house and kills him, wouldn't it tell the family that Darren needs to tell the names of these people?
What do you want him to do? I'm not a Darren fan, Brian. You are. You're the one that calls Darren and his wife. You all are best buds.
Oh yeah, his wife spoke kindly to me.
Y'all are best friends.
Well, I'll tell you, when you're.
It doesn't matter that you dig his children up on the daily. You guys are best friends.
I don't dig his children up.
Yeah, you do. Every day you talk about them. You do.
I dig the court cases up.
You can't say that about Braden and not admit it about Devin and Damon.
Well, who did you dig up today by saying, well, my son didn't kill a baby? Who'd you dig up?
And he
today?
didn't.
Well, who'd you dig up?
You think I'm going to go? You brought up Braden the other day.
I brought up Braden because my son called me out of the blue and I haven't had a message from him.
No, it was something that Mystery Maverick said.
Mystery Maverick.
I don't know who that is either.
Yeah, Mystery Maverick was all up under Rel's shit, all trying to get me all fucked up with all that. Me and Rel are friends today.
I don't care. Rel ain't interested in you.
I talk to him all the time. I just talked to him the other day.
Okay, but he ain't interested in you.
He's interested enough to have a friendly conversation with me. He calls me. Does he call you?
No, not lately.
Yeah, and you like him.
I haven't talked to Rel since.
You like him for his true crime. You like him for his true crime, right?
I actually set him up with a pretty good inmate to interview. I don't know what happened with it.
Why are you so obsessed with these inmates that are already in prison?
Because that's Rel's content. He didn't focus on one. He does several.
Why are we?
He's not obsessed with any one crime.
Now, Rel put out a video about Darlie and said he knew the family.
And you went over there and started shit with him in his comments and then cried foul when things got really ugly.
No, I didn't. He started calling me a white boy right away. But that family does not know him.
That's why every black man on this platform you've had a problem with.
Like John Crimes, didn't you have a problem with him? I'm not the one telling people to go steal hubcaps.
I don't like John.
You told him to go steal hubcaps. Go back and steal.
And you told him about the black circles under his eyes and throwing watermelons and shit, Brian.
Sure did. Stop it. Hello, Starlight, and some of the people that are in your chat today.
Hello, Starlight is not in my chat.
No. And I said, me and Hello Starlight and some of the people that were in your chat today.
Okay, whatever. I apologize to John and never said another word to or about him. What about you?
Why would you? I don't have to apologize to him.
Of course not.
He said-
What
'cause
about
he
that
said-
other black guy you had it out? Some king of New York or some shit.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
There's
Oh,
a video. If
Rails-
you put your name in the search bar, it'll come up.
Oh,
Because I
one
just
of
watched
Rails
it
buddies.
today.
One of Rails buddies said Brian St. James.
I don't know who he is.
Is one of Rails buddies.
He wanted to do a charity boxing match or some shit.
No, that was John Crimes. He did that on.
No,
Rails.
this is not John Crimes. I know what John Crimes looks like, and this guy is not John.
Well, I didn't have it out with nobody like that.
Brian, you've had it out with everybody. Just admit
All right.
it.
Now, what's your channel about? Having it out with people.
But
Right.
it doesn't involve you. So when you have it out with
Right.
somebody, I don't get involved.
Right. You don't, but you slide right on over. How'd you meet Rel?
How did I meet Rel?
Mhm.
But I can tell you what I never did. I never sat in Rel's chat when he was going at you.
No, you just talked to him on the phone. Now,
Yeah, to try to get him to quit going at your family.
do you remember Pink Lady Luck?
What about Pink?
My friend Pink.
No, not your friend. You
Not
stabbed her
anymore.
in the back just like you do everybody.
No, I busted her out. But when she
No,
was my
you
friend,
stabbed her in the back.
just like I'm busting you out right now.
You
When
ain't
she was
busting shit out, brother.
When she was my friend, did you
You
send
are
her?
not busting. You are not winning this conversation.
Did you send her an email saying, "Hey, stay
Yes,
away
I
from-"
did. Beware of Brian, man. He's fucking nuts. I sure did.
And it was 4 years later that me and Pink had an argument because she called me a woman abuser. Right?
Well, I think it went a little deeper than that when
Well,
you
what
exposed her family and shit.
her family? What her family do?
Because that's what you do, Brian.
What
It
her
was
family do, Tracy?
When those
What did her
kids'
family
mother
do, Tracy?
died, she asked Pink to look after them.
No, she
And
didn't.
you went on and exposed that because
No,
you
she didn't.
can't
I had
people's
Roger's
lives.
sister on my panel. They had Pink escorted out of that hospital for filming it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wish you
Yeah.
know what shape that young lady's in now. But you helped her, Brian.
Sure, yeah, she's a postal worker. Her name's Rachel Love. She's in great
Not
shape.
anymore.
How do you know?
Because I know.
Well, how do you know? You're stated as a fact. You can't just say
Because I
something
know.
so you know something and leave it that.
Oh,
You
wow.
said-
You throw shit out there all the time, Brian. Just
You-
like
but
calling
I
me a
back it
liar.
up.
You ain't
So
proved
how
me
do
to
you
lie
know that-
once.
So how do you know that Rachel Love is doing bad now?
I don't know about now. I'll talk about a while back.
A while back after she was on my panel.
Oh, long after she was on your panel.
So why are you looking for her?
I'm not looking for her. I don't even know the lady's last name.
How do you know? How do you know she's doing bad?
Because I talked to Pink.
Oh. So Pink after she got busted out.
You know, Pink, the one that you got mad at because she had Tawanda on her panel and she
That's
wouldn't
right.
let you interrupt and shit. So the
I
first
sure
thing
did get
you
mad at
do
her.
is to reach into Pink's personal life. You know that
I didn't
Pink?
I didn't go into Pink's
The
personal
hell
life.
you didn't.
No, I didn't. I still don't know her
Pink
personal
never
life.
made those videos public. You did.
I made them public, but yeah, but where she was in with Roger, she sure did make them public. She was telling everybody how she took care of him.
How do you know she didn't?
Because Rachel, her sister, said she didn't. The security from the hospital escorted Pink out of there.
Yeah,
Over here.
after you got everything kicked up, sure
No,
did.
that was before that.
No.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Nope. You got this Rachel on your panel and you gave out her PayPal or her Cash App. She made a little bit of money and she thought, hey, ain't nothing wrong with this. I'll fuck Pink in the ass just to get a little bit of cash with this guy.
Oh, so Rachel's lying?
Yes, I do believe she is. In my opinion, she is lying. In my opinion. And I don't talk to Pink anymore. Pink hangs out in chats I wouldn't go to.
Well, you just said Pink told you Rachel wasn't doing good.
Brian, that's been long ago.
Okay, so you know exactly that Rachel really wanted to get some money, right?
Good Lord, why are we arguing about this? What does it matter?
You know what
I
Rachel
don't
did
care
with that
what
money?
Rachel is doing. I know what you did to Pink.
Yeah, I busted her out. You know what Rachel
You call it
did
busting it out. I call it stabbing somebody in the back. Because anytime somebody pisses you off, you go for their family.
So, Tracy, when I talked to you on the phone and I asked you if you called my apartment complex. This is me and you.
I said, yeah, I did it, Brian, whatever.
You said you sure did.
I was
you told me
trolling
you
you,
did.
Brian. What the fuck?
Why would you troll me if I'm such a bad, evil, mean person?
Because you contacted my son.
Oh, was you mad about that? Because I've been in your chat and on your panel since then.
Yep, we've gone round and round about, since a lot of stuff.
I've been on your panel just talking regular since then.
Yeah, I'm the one person, Brian, that actually gives you the benefit of the doubt sometimes.
You didn't have a problem.
So you got to go lie, call me a liar and shit.
You are a liar. I'll tell you
No,
to
I'm
your
not.
face. Yeah, you are.
Prove
Because
me
you
a
know
liar.
damn well that you told me, yes, I called. I sure did. It's exactly what
And
you
you know
said.
damn well what you said about that baby.
Well, can you prove it?
Yeah, there's tons of screenshots, but you're just going to say, oh, those are fake accounts.
They are fake. Did you see the fake one I made up with you on it?
Yeah, I said if you're going to make up fake screenshots about me, spell my name right, dummy.
Yeah, that's what they do. My name is not Brian.
It was you, Brian. You admitted it to me in messages.
Never admitted it to you.
Yeah, you did. Go look at my community post.
I see your community post with half a message on it.
No, click on the whole picture. Click on the picture.
I can click on the whole thing. I did. It's only got half the thing on it.
Well, I can't post all of our messages up there. My God, we've talked to each other for 20 years.
Those people have done nothing but harass this family since it happened.
You harassed them too. It was equal.
I did not. I know it wasn't.
You did. Just like you
Nicole
intimidated a witness.
Then how come I wasn't charged with it? Nicole was at the bus stop, minding her own business, and Shannon walked up to her doing the Gippy arm thing. She said, I ought to whoop your ass right now. Nicole didn't know who it was.
I don't care. I think it's all trash. So whatever.
Well, all right. So if it's all trash, then why do you consistently say I said this and I said that and I said this?
You said it.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
So you told me to my face, yeah, I did. I called your apartment. But you tell your subs you don't go real life.
I don't go real life.
Calling my apartments would be going real life.
Have I ever notified one of your sons? Have I ever notified one of your daughters? Have I ever notified your ex-wife? Have I ever notified anybody in your family, Brian?
Okay, so when I was talking to Chance, did he tell me to not talk to him? Can I find him on Facebook?
He didn't know you from Adam.
But he sure said we can be Facebook friends. You see him typing that out, right?
Yeah, and until I found out what he was doing, I said, son, you're either going to unfriend him or I'm going to unfriend you.
But so he didn't have a problem with me contacting him. You did, right? Yes.
Yes.
You had the problem. See, when somebody's on Facebook, you can type their name in and say, hey, what's up with your mom? Why does she got to be so mean?
Okay, you remember that when somebody types in one of your family members and says, hey, what's wrong with your dad? He's a raging fucking idiot.
My family would tell you to fuck off. My family would tell you to fuck off. Unfortunately, yours didn't. And he told me how crazy.
If you're going to sit here and try to justify reaching out to my son to get dirt on me,
and I got
coming
that
back
dirt.
and saying what a great guy he was.
He's a great guy. Because he didn't lie to me,
every
Tracy.
time
He
you
told
get
me
mad
the
at
truth.
me, you throw
He
those
didn't lie. He
messages
told
up.
me the truth. He told me what a nutcase you are and how you have to have the last word. And
Do
everything
you know
about
why
you.
he told you that, Brian?
All I know is he
Because
told me
we
that.
weren't in a very good place because he was at the height of his drug addiction and I didn't want my son to die. So I wasn't supporting him. So he was a little angry with mama.
Oh, so he was mad at you, but you're bragging about how he got out of these charges of driving into oncoming traffic.
I ain't bragging about shit.
Should he have been convicted of that?
Brian, should your son have got the death penalty?
We don't have the death penalty in Ohio. Not for that.
But when the case come out, you said the death penalty was on the table.
No, I told you it wasn't on the table. I
will find the clip of that. I will find the clip of that.
I asked Detective Elizabeth Alley, was this going to be a death penalty case? And she told me no. That's what I said.
Nope, that is not what you said.
Well, anyways.
You said but anyways, let's just skip that because Brian.
Anyways, yeah. Because if it was the law that he got the death penalty for that in the state, then he would have deserved it. Yes. Now, do you think your son should have been convicted for what he was convicted of? Not convicted of?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
If you're driving into oncoming traffic.
My son's almost 40 years old. He's ready to turn his life around. Let's hope he does it.
Well, you keep hearing that. So do you think that?
What do you mean you keep hearing it? I don't talk about my son.
No, you keep hearing that he's going to get off of drugs.
Well, he has been clean for quite some time.
Is he in jail?
Is yours?
Yes.
Okay.
So your son.
You want to talk to Chance, Brian?
Your son lives in Georgia. So how do you know what he's doing?
Oh. I don't.
So you don't know if he's getting high or not.
No, I do know he's not getting high, but
How do you know
we'll
that?
leave it at that.
How do you know he's in Georgia?
Is he? I'll be damned.
Yeah. You said that was my son that called me from Atlanta on your live. I listened very closely. When I was trying
did
to call
I say
you.
that? Did I say that was my son just called me from Atlanta?
You said that on your live today.
I'm going to have to beg to differ with you, brother. I did not say that.
Well, who called you from Atlanta?
Now I got to give you a rundown of my fucking phone.
Well, you said it was your son.
Chance called me while I was on my live stream. Big deal.
All right, from Atlanta.
I didn't say from Atlanta, Brian, but you keep up with that, okay?
Well, I could get his name right now and show you that he lives in Georgia.
Do that. Because, I mean, that's your thing, is doxing people and digging them
my
up.
thing is proving it. And the whole time that I was calling you.
What would it matter if my son lived in Colorado or Wyoming?
No,
what
because
do we care?
You don't know what he's doing.
I do know what he's doing, Brian. I do know what he's doing.
Has he told you he was going to get clean before and not got clean?
Of course.
Okay, so how do you know he's not out there doing what he was doing before?
I know. Okay, we'll leave it at that.
Well, you just know.
Yeah, I know. Of course, I know my son.
But he's lied to you before about it.
Of course he's lied to me. He's an addict.
But you know he's doing okay now.
Brian, this conversation is moot because my son's not in Atlanta.
Well, he might. No, okay. I'll look it up. I'll show you exactly what city he's in. Let's just do this.
Okay.
Oh, let me see here. Let me get out my trusty, busty notebook.
Here we go. Let's dig into Tracy's son's life.
Well, you're saying he's not in Atlanta. Okay, I know he's not in Atlanta. Let's dig into Tracy's life. It's cool to talk about people's kids, ain't it? Chantel
you do it daily.
Yep. Let me see. 38 years old.
I'm getting bored with this. Hurry up.
I'm getting Now, does he live in Georgia?
No.
That's right, because he live. Who called you from Atlanta? You said it was your son.
No, I didn't say the word Atlanta.
Maybe you didn't.
Throw it out there, see if it sticks. Throw it out there, see if it sticks. Throw it out. Oh, well, maybe you didn't.
Well, maybe you didn't. I'll give you credit if you say you didn't. This shows Louisville, Kentucky on here.
Okay. What are you looking at?
I'm looking at Chance Monet's addresses.
Okay. I don't know. I'm not looking at you. I'm on the chat. I'm not on looking at you. I don't know what you're looking at.
Floyd's not. The latest one is Floyd's Knobs, Indiana. I stand corrected, and so I can do that. But anyway.
Okay. So now he lives in Floyd's Knobs.
That's what it said. That's what it says there. Did your son call you during your live?
Yes.
Okay. How come when I was calling, you wouldn't answer?
Why would I interrupt? I couldn't get you to. I mean, I wasn't going to put my son on the live. You calling me, you would want to be on the live, and I couldn't make that happen.
What you did say during your live that I'm perfectly clear on is, why don't you call me?
Well, I thought I could fucking give you a link. I couldn't figure it out, Brian. I'm not afraid of you. I wouldn't have come over here and taken a link.
Well, I can't reach out and grab you from here. All of a sudden you didn't know how to
You're right, Krang. It is. It's public on YouTube. So's Brian's.
Yeah, it is. It is public on YouTube. My son deserves what he got.
Okay.
He doesn't drive into oncoming traffic and get
My
out
son
of it.
deserves what he got too. Now what?
You said that your son didn't get anything out of that crime that he committed.
No, I said he didn't get charged with the police chase.
He didn't get charged with any of that, did he?
Yeah, Brian, he did.
Oh, well, you said he Didn't.
No,
So is
I
he-
said he didn't get charged with the chase or
He
the
should've.
whole hotel shit.
He should have. Do you agree?
Yours should have been charged in 2015, or Braden would be alive today if Luke would have been sitting in jail over that abuse.
So you say. So you say. Not what his
So
own mother said.
Luke got
not what-
away with beating the shit out of Braden before and didn't
Not-
learn his lesson.
Not when
Because he
his
got away
mother.
with it.
Not when his mother said that Braden got that from falling out of the crib. She a liar too?
Yep, most
Yeah.
certainly.
Oh yeah, because they told you off too, didn't they? They told you off about talking about their son.
Brian,
Didn't they?
do you think I give a fuck
You
about
don't
that
care.
white trash shit?
Now she's white trash. The
Yes,
victim of
yes, she is. She allowed her
Oh.
son to be beaten to
Leave
death
that
by your son.
family alone.
What?
Leave that family alone.
I'm not going after the family. I don't notify them.
You're
I
going.
don't
Are you saying
contact them.
something negative
I've
about her
never
right
been
now?
in a
You're saying
private
something. Now, wait a minute. You
with
just said that
anybody
she's.
in that clan.
You just said that she was white trash. Is that you not going after her?
She is white trash, Ron.
Are you going after? Okay, Branchville Correctional Facility. Is that where Chase is at, or Chance is at?
I don't know. I thought he was in Atlanta.
Well, is he at Branchville Correctional Facility?
What, you going to call the prison? You've done that before.
I called the prison when Daryl got on there talking all this shit.
No, you didn't. You had my son's cell flipped.
I had your son's cell flipped.
Long time ago when he was doing serving time.
I never knew that he was on. I never knew he was where he did time at.
Are you going to fuck with him, Brian?
No, I'm not gonna mess with him. But is he in prison?
I thought he was in Atlanta.
But you thought so? How do you know where that he's not getting high if you don't even know where the fuck he's at? That's how you know, because he's in jail, and you can still get weed and dope in jail. Branchville Correctional Facility, and you're gonna say that I had his cell flipped? No, we had Garland's cell flipped.
Yeah, you did that too. You're real good at shit like that.
So if I had your son's cell flipped, why didn't you give him my information so he could get me back?
Why? Why would I want my son involved?
You mean
with
I had
you?
your son's cell flipped when he was in the
Yeah,
penitentiary?
it might not have been you.
And
I'm just
still let-
throwing shit out there to see if it sticks like you do.
When we now know how we know that your son isn't putting a needle in his arm.
Yes, by the grace of God. Yeah.
No, that and by the grace of the COs, that it's hard to get heroin and meth in there.
Oh, I thought you just said you can get all the dope you want.
It's hard. I just said it was hard. Are you sending any money?
Is that any of your fucking business?
That's how he's getting. That's how he would get it. He'd have to have money on his books.
Is Missy sending Luke money every fucking day?
Yes, she does. She sends him way too much.
Oh,
fucking
well, I'm
money.
sure Luke is just staying stoned out of his fucking gourd all day, every day.
That's why I don't send him money.
Okay, Brian.
I don't send him no money. I ain't seen him since February.
If you don't send him money, it's because you're a broke motherfucker.
I'm not broke, but disability doesn't go very far. I don't say when I had money out the ass. Jada, did I not have a good ass fucking job making $22 an hour? When I got on, and I got on this, I still didn't send him money because I don't support baby killers.
Oh, you'd love him though.
I love him. He's my son. Do you love people driving the oncoming traffic?
Yeah.
Okay.
I never questioned your love for your son.
You just said that, but you love him though. Yes, I love my son. You can't turn that off. Your son could go out and kill somebody, a baby even, and you'd still love him, wouldn't you?
Yeah, my son's really good with kids. I don't think so.
Well, we thought Luke was good with kids.
Well, I don't know how that you would think that when he abused Braden in 2015.
You can say that he abused Braden till you're blue in the face. He was not charged with it. There was other family members accused of it, and Kelsey, the mother herself.
There was no other family members accused of it. They
Yes,
just
there was.
knew that Braden had been around other people.
Right. Well, they were questioned by the police.
You know, when you came in the group and said, my son's been accused of child abuse, and Mary Moody says, I think he did it. Mm-hmm.
She sure thought he did it. She got that right.
And then 2 years later, he really did it.
Well, the mother said that Braden fell out of his crib. That's how he got that concussion in 2015. Do you?
Okay, Brian, which is why I called her white trash, because she covered for Luke.
Okay. Why'd you leave that family alone? Why are you going after her, Tracey?
I'm not going after him. I doubt very seriously they listen to a fucking word you got to say.
They watch everything I
You
say.
ain't been nothing but a thorn in their ass since the day that crime happened.
Who the fuck do you think Sundancer is?
I don't have a clue who Sundancer is.
Ferguson.
Prove it.
I can't.
Prove it.
I can't. Because they're in a fake name.
Oh, kind of like Honey Bunches of Oats.
I don't know who that is.
I do.
Well, you do. Prove it.
No, because I'm finding it really comical that they're defending you
Because
after
you don't
everything
know.
they've done to you.
Because you don't know, Tracey. You don't know who that is. No, you don't
I might
know.
not be right. I might not be.
Yeah, you're
I'll
wrong.
give you that. Maybe
You're
I'm
wrong.
not right.
You're not. But you called the mother of a child.
How do you know I'm not? You said you don't know who they are.
I don't. You know, or you'd say, you called the mother of a child that was beaten to death white trash.
I sure did.
Is that you going after the family?
Nope. I'm not calling them. I'm not on their Facebook pages. I'm not in their messenger. No,
Neither
I'm not.
am I.
She's white
Neither am I.
trash. She allowed her son to be killed when there was a court order in place.
Well, then you're white trash because you allow your son to be out here driving in oncoming traffic.
Okay. And then you're white trash because you got a baby killer under you raised.
I got a baby killer that I was the witness for the state on.
Brian, and you admitted yourself why they did that to keep you out of the courtroom.
Right.
You was online saying all this crazy shit
and when I had
you were going to do.
When I had a deposition with them, I told them, fucking prove it to me. And they did. They proved it. I accept 100% that he did that. My son is a piece of shit, Tracey. Is your son a piece of shit?
No, absolutely not. My son.
Yeah, but he drives into oncoming traffic where he could kill somebody. But
his addiction was in full. Yeah. What he did was horrible. What my son did was horrible. Thank God nobody was hurt, including him. He's very grateful too.
Thank God that cop that chose to shoot at him missed.
Yeah, because I mean the bullet holes go right up to the window.
Yeah. But you want to go on about how the cop that wasn't protocol for a cop.
It's not. You're not in the state of Indiana. It's not protocol to shoot at a moving target.
So is he still on the police force?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't creep on his social media and shit, Brian.
So they didn't do anything to him?
No, actually, Chance and him had a long conversation.
How do you know?
Chance told me.
Oh. Chance has also told you that he's not going to use again and then used again, right?
Yes, that is what an addict does. Yes.
Right. So he's not credible.
No, well, maybe not. Sometimes he's not. You got to pick and choose.
Right.
Like your son was credible in 2015, huh?
When the mother of the child says that he didn't do it, he's very credible.
Yeah. Well, you think one of Chance's girlfriends, when he's out drugging and cutting up, that they wouldn't have his back? Of course they would. Not when it comes to killing a baby, though.
She sure didn't have his back when he was convicted. She said on that stand.
She didn't. She should have gone to jail her damn self.
She should have gone to jail her damn self. And that's why I don't get to see my son, my grandson, Isaiah. But you can look on my ex-wife page and there's all kinds of pictures of him. So we have contact.
I don't go creeping on your ex-wife's page.
That's not creeping. When you look up somebody's name on Facebook, that's not stalking, that's not creeping, that's nothing but looking up a name.
That's creeping.
Did you creep into Pink's email, tell her about me?
No, I did it blatantly, flat out did it, didn't care who knew it.
Right, and I did it blatantly, looked up your son and didn't give a damn who knew it.
You don't care. You don't care.
No, because he said that you're all negative. You ain't right. Nothing. He said you're all negative.
He wasn't real happy with Mama then. Mama wasn't forking over the buck so he could continue to use. But he's pretty good with Mom now.
Well, he didn't say that. He didn't. That's not what he said.
Of course, he's not going to say, well, I'm mad at my mom because she won't give me money so I can go out and buy dope.
So your son's a liar. So he
told most certainly when he's in addiction.
He told a perfect stranger, Tracey, a perfect stranger that you were
a perfect stranger that should have never reached out to my child.
Oh, he's not your child. You're up there talking about my kids, my grandkids. Just
Brian, how many times have you thrown those messages between Chance and you in my fucking face?
Because if the family says it, it's got to be true.
Okay.
Just like Darla Key says Darlene is innocent, and then else says if it must be true, right? Got to be true. So I got my proof about your nutty ass from your own fucking son.
Yeah, and I bet if I picked up the messenger and hit up one of your family members, I'd get the truth about yours. You know what? They avoid you. They avoid you because you're nuts.
Here's the honest to God's truth.
They avoid you because you're nuts.
My daughter's sitting right here. I still work
Which
3
one?
days.
Oh, okay, one of the younger ones.
I still work. No, my 15-year-old. I still work 3 days a week. I got a supervisory position with 5 Rivers Metro Parks, right?
Okay.
And one of the ones that works for me is my ex-wife, my sister, and my son. Is that true?
Yeah.
They avoid me? Do they avoid me? Do they avoid me, Tracy?
Yeah, I do think members of your family do avoid you. Yes, I do.
That's why when I hired them on, they were glad to come and do a good job, right?
Bryan, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying everybody in your family dislikes you. We saw the Facebook messages between you and your sister. That was plastered all over fucking
which
Facebook.
Sister? Which sister?
I don't know your sister's name, Bryan.
Tracy, was her name Robin?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what's on that page, on that exposed.
Oh, is that the one that lives with you now? Is that what you're going to throw out there?
Yep, she lived with me for a year, and I helped her find a place, and I helped her get a job. You know, the one that avoids me?
Good job.
Yeah, so can you stand firm on that my family avoids me?
Yeah, I do stand firm on it.
Because you would, even though if you have proof that they didn't. They work with me. I see them every day. Almost every day.
Bryan.
Well, Jada, doesn't Missy work with me? Doesn't Robin work with me?
Bryan, you and Missy have always maintained a friendship. Nobody's ever doubted that.
Oh, but they avoid me.
She's not your family, motherfucker. It's your ex-wife.
Yes, she is still my family.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is. We consider her family. Yes, we do.
Okay, Bryan. Yeah, okay. I'm getting bored with this.
No.
Because I don't give 2 fucks about who's in your family.
You said my family avoided me, and I proved they didn't.
Okay, Bryan. Okay.
Yeah, well, you heard it from my daughter. Is my daughter a fucking lying white trash too?
No, I would never say that about your daughter. I'd never contact her either.
You could if you wanted to.
Why would I?
You could if you wanted to.
They've been dealing with this shit their entire life. Why would I?
They've been dealing with people like you on YouTube.
No, they've been dealing with you sitting in front of a computer screaming like a village idiot about a woman on death row.
They know exactly who Darlie is, and you're screaming that she's innocent.
I didn't scream she was innocent. I screamed she deserves a new trial. See, in order for me to know she's innocent, I would have to be there that night.
So you don't know she's innocent?
Of course not. I wasn't there.
In order for you to know that the judge had Alzheimer's, would you have to been in the courtroom?
No, he came out of his mouth.
No, he said I might be up.
It's on record.
Yeah, 10 years later, he died of it. Okay,
what's your point? It's a slow, horrible death.
Right. He stepped down off of the bench when he couldn't do it anymore. What did the judge do wrong?
No, he actually came back to the bench to try Darlie.
No, he did not come out of retirement.
Yep, that's why he wanted it down there in Kerr County, so it's by his hunting shack.
Oh, was you there? But listen.
No, it's on record, Bryan.
What did the judge do in that case that makes you think that she needs a new trial?
I'm not saying that that's the reason. I mean, there's a whole lot of reasons why Darlie deserves a new trial. Well, you wanted your kid to get a new trial over a make-believe fire drill.
I never wanted him to get a new trial.
Yes, you did, Bryan.
No, I didn't. I said he could.
Pointing out things that pointed to
what I said
possibilities of appeal.
What I said was that I know that the justice system is fucked up. I know that they do fucked up things, but not in my son's case. You don't catch me going back to the courts to file an appeal about a tornado going through there. You don't see me doing that.
What makes you think you could file an appeal?
Anybody could file. How do you think
Darlie you can file an appeal on Luke's case?
Yes, you can get a lawyer and you can say, "Hey,
check into that." I'm gonna check into that.
Yeah, you can get a lawyer and you can say, "This tornado happened."
As a witness, as nothing more than a witness and a family member to a crime, you can file an appeal on behalf of the charged. Okay, I'm gonna look into that.
Yes, you can file an appeal based on new evidence, and the evidence was that the tornado drill. Everybody
Still,
walked
no
down.
proof of a tornado drill. None
Yes, I
has
do.
been put out. None.
No, it hasn't been put out because that was missing from the trial. But all the people that were
it's
there,
okay with shit missing from a trial, though, right?
all the people that were there know that happened.
So don't care about this, Bryan. I really don't.
Well, if you don't care, why do you keep bringing it up? I don't want my son to get out on a fucking technicality. He deserves to be where he's at.
Yeah, that's what you say, but
That's what I'm telling you. That's what I've told
you went
all.
looking for technicalities in the beginning.
I didn't go looking for no fucking technicality.
Yes, you did. That's why you
No, I
told me about
didn't.
the tornado drill. How would
I
I know
said-
there was a tornado drill? I wasn't
Because
in
I
court.
said that we were talking about Darling, as a matter of fact. And I said, well, yeah, I know that the court system is fucked up because there was a tornado
Here
drill.
goes Bryan spinning his words again.
I'm not spinning it. Prove it.
You always spin them, Bryan.
Okay, so the court case, he's been in for almost seven years now.
Look,
Have
you
you
gonna
heard- have you heard
continue
me say
this? Are you
anything
going
else
to
about it?
continue this? Because I'm not going to sit here and argue Luke's case. I'm not going to sit here and argue Darley's case. Are
Because
you going to
you can't-
continue
you can't argue
picking at me
Darley's
on
case. You can't
YouTube
argue
when I
Darley's
don't
case.
mention your fucking name?
You can't argue Darling's case with me. You
I
can't,
can
bro.
argue all day long, Bryan.
You
What's
can get
the
it
point?
wrong
It's
all
like
day long. Tell me
arguing
why
with
she's
a
innocent.
rock.
Tell me why she's innocent. You can't argue.
I'm not declaring innocence. I'm declaring a new trial.
Oh, so you'd be happy if she got a new trial and got out on a technicality, even if she killed 2 kids, right?
Well, she wasn't charged, but with one kid.
But the trial was definitely about Devin and Damon. And Greg Davis's opening statement.
She was charged with one kid.
Right. She was charged with the one that was 5 years old, so they could give her the death penalty.
Okay, they could have given her the death penalty for 2 kids.
No, they could not give her the death penalty for Devin because he was over the age of 6.
Okay,
Yeah.
Bryan, but they could have included Devin.
They did include
They didn't
Devin.
have any evidence of Devin.
All the
There's no
evidence that they spoke
DNA
about.
of Devin's
What
on
do you think
the
that
knife.
what do you think they talked about in the court case? They talked about Devin's stab wounds, Devin's injuries. They talked about all
Exactly.
of it.
Whole nother reason Darley should appeal. Whole nother reason for an appeal.
She's lost
She
her
was
appeal.
being prosecuted. She was being tried on one death. One.
Well,
so
right.
to bring
No,
Devin
no.
into it without
In
charging her with it
in Greg Davis's opening statements.
personal rights.
In Greg Davis's opening statements, he said, "Let me make this."
Oh, Greg Davis is still convinced there's mulch outside the window? Okay.
There is mulch outside the window.
No, there's not, Bryan.
Yes, there is.
Pull up a picture where there's mulch outside of that window.
He said, when you step out of that window, you immediately come to a patch of mulch. It's right
No,
there
you
on the side. Yes, that's exactly what he said.
Well, he said it, but there ain't no mulch there.
There is mulch there. Even
No, there's
Darren
not,
said,
Bryan.
yes, there is. You want a fucking picture of it? There's a whole big flower bed right there next to that window. There's a whole
Next
big
to the
flower
window, not in front of the window.
Right,
Next
he
to the
never
window.
said. He
So
never said that it was in front of the window.
The perpetrator was supposed to come out of the.
He never said that it was up against the window. He said,
Get
what
on
he
the
said-
sidewalk.
What he said was, when you go out to the window, you immediately come to a patch of mulch, which you do.
No,
2
you don't.
steps. 2 steps.
It's concrete leading right up to the window, Bryan.
Right. And when you come out of that window, you immediately step into a patch of mulch.
No, the concrete is under the window.
It's away from the concrete, Tracy. See,
The
you don't know
window is above concrete.
right. You're absolutely right. And when you
So
step
why
out,
would the perpetrator
when
dip
you
off?
step out that window, you immediately come to a patch of mulch, is what he said.
He said the mulch. No, that is not what he said. He
Well, all right, Tracy.
wasn't disturbed.
Tracy,
Why
here's-
wasn't it disturbed?
He's-
Why would the
here's what
perpetrator walk
I'll
through
do
it?
for you. I'll bet you this, and you can take this to the bank. If you can post where
No,
Greg
there
Davis-
isn't, Krang.
Yes, there is.
No,
If
there
you can-
isn't.
Yes, there is.
Underneath that window is concrete. To the
Underneath
left
the
or to
window-
the right is a
underneath the
flower bed.
window-
But underneath that window is concrete.
That's right. But when you step out that window, you immediately come to a patch of mulch.
No,
That's what-
the concrete goes right straight out.
Yeah, but when you step out that window towards the gate, you come immediately to a patch of mulch. That's exactly
No, it's
what
all
Greg did.
you can stay on the concrete. It's not a problem.
Well, let me get a fucking picture and put it up.
So
There
you're
is-
telling me you have to walk through the mulch
You
to
don't
get
have
to
to.
the gate. Is
You
that
don't
what you're
have to.
telling me? You have
No.
to walk through the mall
Nobody said he
to
had
get
to.
to the gate? Is
But
that what
if
you're
you
telling
go,
me?
Tracy, if you go out onto the sidewalk, the fucking motion lights come on.
Oh, do they? Because there was a little
Yes.
fucking mess about that too.
Yeah, because when the police got there, they were in the backyard and they came on and stayed on for 18 minutes.
Mm.
Yeah, read the transcripts.
Yeah, they didn't have to dance around to get them to come on at all, did they?
No, they were on the sidewalk. They didn't even know they were there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But Rich says that you know a lot about this case.
I do. I know there's concrete underneath that window. I knew
You're
they had
absolutely
sliding
right.
glass doors, and
Sure.
Darlie was sleeping right in front of them.
You
You didn't
sure
know
are
that, and you toured the fucking house, which you say, but I don't believe because
they
you
know
film
I've been there.
everything. You film if you take a shit, and you want to
I
convince me
wasn't
that you
filming.
didn't film in
I
Darlie
didn't
Routier's
film.
house.
Nope. Nicole wouldn't come in with me. I was a supporter. I didn't film nothing.
Right. That's when you went to check out the John F. Kennedy shit. Yeah.
Yeah, we filmed that.
You went
in
on over to
2007.
you went all over to Rowlett and walked through
Sure
Darlie
did.
Routier's house and
Only
didn't
30
film a
miles
fucking
away.
thing.
It's only 30 miles away.
You
still
went
right.
over there and didn't film a fucking thing.
That's right, because I was going on a house tour of the house with the realtor, so I couldn't be filming a fucking thing.
Yeah, you can film during a tour of a house for sale. You sure
Well,
can.
I didn't.
Of course you didn't, Brian. But we all know you film everything. You film your breakfast. You film your fucking dinners you cook. You film everything, but you didn't happen
So
to
what
film.
did I
Kind
have
of
for
like the
breakfast?
investigators didn't happen to record Darlie Routier. Gotcha.
Tracy, what did I have for breakfast today?
I don't know, Brian. Are you going to sit here and say you don't film when you're out to a diner?
I didn't film it. You just said I filmed my breakfast, my lunch, and my dinner. What I have?
Brian, I don't know. I don't care. I'm talking about all the times you go out to eat and you film your food. Good for you. No harm, no foul.
Every time
Nobody
we
gives
go
a
out.
fuck. I don't.
Nobody gives a fuck, but you're watching. You're watching, Tracy. For somebody that don't give a fuck. Now, what Greg Davis said, since she rage quit on me, what Greg Davis said was that when you step out that window, you immediately come to a patch of mulch, which is about 6 inches away from that window. The reason he said that is because if you go out into the cement, the motion detector lights come on, and they didn't come on that night. They didn't come on. She rage quit. She turned it off. From prison? That's exactly right, Becky Boo. And then Rich Prater wants to. I'll stay on. Let her talk to Chance. Rich Prater says, go over and check out Tracy's channel. She knows this case really well. One question, and she got it wrong because she didn't read the trial transcripts. The opening statement was Greg Davis made it perfectly clear that even though she's charged with one crime, this is about both Devin and Damon. They talked about Damon's injuries. They talked about Devin's injuries. He talked about being a voice for Devin and Damon. Logically, the prosecution wants to go after the highest charge for the crime. There was no reason for them to try her with Devin's crime because she would have only got life in prison. And if she would have got out on a technicality for Damon's crime, they could fucking charge her again because there's no statute of limitations on murder. That's right. And I've got it up. I've got it up. Didn't they save the other boy's crime in case she won the appeal? They can. They can, but she would just get put. Now, if they find her innocent, or if she wins on appeal for Damon, right? They can. There's no statute of limitations on murder, so they can try her again for Devin, right? And if she was convicted of Devin's crime, that means they put her ass in general population with all those other mothers out there that miss their kids. She don't want to go to general population. And she goes on and on and on about how I made this fake profile. I sure did. I did. This was so fucking funny. I made this fake profile of a female, right? And I made it real good. Because the Darling supporters hated me. I made it real good. And I pretended that this woman was married to a rich lawyer who passed away, that he, in his will, he wanted her to donate $50,000 to a case where she thought the person was innocent. So I shopped that around the Darling case, and boy, they jumped on her. They fucking loved her. They loved her. And they would be talking about, I would argue that her name was Dreamer Krupp. I would argue with my own profile. So they knew that Dreamer hated Bryan. And when my mother died, Tracey sent Dreamer Krupp a message that said, if you really want to get to him, play this song. It was one of my mother's funeral songs. And she tried to play it off like she knew that was me. None of them knew it was me. They made me the one they hated the most, an administrator on one of their groups. Two of their groups. Because they wanted that $50,000. Hi, Ash. Hi, Ash. Now, the thing is, she just sat and said, hey, you don't get any views. Nobody likes you. People that like drama will be over here. I haven't seen Nary for a while. I haven't seen Ash for a while. They like drama. That's what they like. They don't want to sit and watch a true crime case. They'll be here for the drama. They'll be here. And I like Ash. I could bicker with her back and forth, but I'm not in drama no more. What I'm doing is owning this fucker right here on the lies she tells. I've been doing great. I'm staying out of the drama, but this one here keeps on going on about my son's case. Actually, I'm not doing great. I walk with the cane now. I've got diabetes out the ass. I'm on disability. I mean, I'm not doing great, so I don't have time for the drama or the stress. I really don't. The stress is not good. It makes my blood sugar raise up. It's outrageous. Yeah, you do know the case pretty well. I know it damn good and well. I just showed this one. I'll wait for her to come back. I've been owning her all this life, and she knows it. But she's going to talk to her son, that drove into oncoming traffic. But she knows that he's not doing anything. What does ass chat mean? I'm giving you a chance to come back up. You're the one that didn't finish the conversation. Go ahead, talk to your son. Yeah, there doesn't need to be any drama. And when I did drama, I was fucking good at it. She didn't rage quit. She talked to her son. I was good at drama. I got lots of views. I've had 700-800 people in my lives before. I've had, one time I had K Smalls, Vinny G, Diane's channel, all of them up on my panel. Yep. She rage quit it. I win, Tracey. I win. And she's going to say she got booted off the phone because of chance. Now, let me see. Let's see. Branchville Correctional Facility. Let's take a look. Brand. It's the Indiana got to go. Search DOC number. Yep, he sure is in there. He sure fuck is in there. That's how she knows she's not doing well. Yeah, Nary. I mean, I don't see you commenting over there, but I know that Darla case better than anybody else. And everybody here knows. Well, come back on up. Here, you need the link again. If you watch my Darley videos there, you can see that I prove them wrong every time. I just proved her wrong. Okay, here, you want a link again? Tracey, we can finish this. Here's a link. Damn, it was only like a 3-minute call. What, there ain't no money on his phone? And you can come on back up. Come on back up and debate the Darla case with me. That was only like a 3-minute call.
Yeah.
Was it count time?
It don't take long to say I love you.
I could say more than that. Do you say you love your son?
He got moved over to RWI.
You should love your son, no matter what he's done. Would you love him if he accidentally ran into some people and killed him?
Of course.
Okay, so I love my son too, Tracy.
I
And you
never
don't like-
doubted that, Brian. Never
Well,
doubted that.
You don't like it when people talk shit about your son, do you?
I don't like when people dig in my real life and contact my son.
He didn't have a problem with it.
Because he didn't know what kind of loon you were.
No,
I just told him what was going on. He just busted out laughing.
I asked him about, well, that's what you say. But I asked him why his mom was like that. And he did nothing but talk shit about you.
Brian, he was an addict. I wasn't supporting his addiction anymore. He was mad at me. If your kids are mad at you, you're doing something right.
Well, he didn't say that in his chat. So now
you think he's going to tell a total stranger, yeah, I'm a drug addict and my mom won't give me no money because she's scared to death I'll die?
Well, when your son said that you're 99% negative, you always have to get the last laugh, and you're not right.
Well, Brian, I can line up a whole room of people and tell you different. So what do you want?
Was he lying?
No, he was mad at mom because mom wasn't giving him money.
So he lied on you.
No, I don't know.
Oh, Brian, stop.
Oh, no. Did he tell a lie on you?
No, I probably was being a bitch. I probably was being 99% negative to him.
He didn't say you were being negative to him. He said you didn't know how to deal with your feelings.
Okay, and this goes right back to, you really think this is a flex? That you had a conversation, you reached into my son's life, and you think this is a flex?
Oh, pissed you off, didn't it? Ain't that the goal in drama, to piss each other off? That's the goal.
No, the goal is to keep it on YouTube.
It was on YouTube.
Again, no, my son's not on YouTube. Not for any good reason at all.
So were you in Justice for Braden Ferguson on Facebook? Were you in that group?
I was in the second group. The first group I got kicked out of because I thought Kelsey deserved to go to jail.
Yeah, because they cussed you out. Kelsey, that family told you off and told you to stay out of their business, Tracy.
Yes, because I thought Kelsey should go to jail. Yes.
Right. So the mother, the victim of the crime, told you to leave them alone, didn't she, Tracy?
I don't know. Did she? I don't remember what she said. She's white trash. What do I care what she said?
Yeah. See, so you're sitting here talking about the victim of a crime where her son was killed by my son. You're saying that she's white trash.
Yes.
Maybe she just loved my son and trusted him.
Do what?
Maybe she just loved my son and trusted her son with him. And
apparently she did.
He betrayed that. He betrayed that. Does that make her white trash for making a bad decision?
Brian, you're the one running around screaming Kelsey should have went to jail.
She should have.
But I didn't call her white trash. Mary Moody, or not the Mary Moody, but the other chick that did go to jail.
But see, I was involved in that case, Tracy. You weren't. And you're calling this woman that you never met, who lost her baby, was beaten to death. You're sitting there calling her white trash. And you tell me to leave that family alone. You put that video out about Danelle, leave that family alone.
Yeah, because I'm not in Kelsey's inbox. I'm not on her Facebook. I'm not on her TikTok. I'm not looking up her family members. I'm not contacting them like you do Darley's people.
I don't do that to Darley's people.
Yes, you do, Ryan.
I know right where they're at. I don't have to. Darley Key's got my phone number. I don't have to look them up.
All right. Again, I'm not going to sit and argue Darley's case. I'm not going to sit and argue Luke's case. You want to keep going live about me and calling me a liar? I'll keep putting out your ornery shit, Brian.
You keep putting out that old fake ass shit.
It ain't fake and you know it.
Why don't you have Rel do an interview with your son?
I didn't have Rel do an interview with your son.
No. You said that you reached out to Rel because you tried to hook him up with a case and blah, blah, blah. Why don't you hook him up with your son?
Why would I? Why wouldn't? I mean, my son's small potatoes compared to yours.
Well, he did drive into oncoming traffic and get shot at by cops.
Yes, he did. Cop should have never shot.
Blame the cop. Could he have killed somebody?
Yes, he could have. Thank God he didn't.
Thank God he didn't. Yep. Because if he did, you'd still love him.
And to this day, Chance will tell you that. Thank
Yeah,
God I
thank-
didn't hurt nobody, Mom.
That
Does
interstate
Luke
chase.
say the same thing?
No, he denies it. He denies he did it.
Well,
But that's Luke. That's
part
Luke.
of getting better is admitting your wrongs.
Well, how many times have he told you he was going to get better and didn't?
Bryan, he's an addict. I've been going through this for 20-something years. What do you want me to say? I've been an open book about this.
No, you haven't been an open book about it because you didn't post your son's case on your channel. You got mad when somebody else did it. You're sitting here talking about my son and calling his victim of a crime white trash.
I don't bring your son up until
Yes,
you
you
do
do.
and throw
Yes, you
me
do.
in the
Yes,
same
you get mad.
video. You
You get
say
mad.
I went after you about your son's case. That
Sure you
didn't
did.
happen.
Sure you did. You called children's services and everything else. Then
You
when
asked me to.
I didn't ask you to call children's
Yes,
services.
you did,
No, I
Bryan.
didn't.
You came into
Prove
the
it.
group and dropped that
Prove
Turner
it.
dude's name and
Post
said,
it.
please, people, contact this man.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did, Bryan.
Post it.
And you know what? I don't care. That baby got out of the middle of your all's violence.
And not my all's violence. Out
Yeah,
of them
all
violence.
of you's violence.
Now we're all
That's on
violent.
her.
Now we're all violent. Now you got my wife pissed off.
I don't care.
Huh? Ain't nobody violent in this house, are they?
No.
The situation, Bryan, was
You
violent.
get all y'all's. Ain't nobody violent in this house. I love my wife.
I didn't say you didn't. Nice twist,
Well, I'm
though.
not violent. I'm one of those all y'all, ain't I?
The situation was violent, Bryan. You just said Nicole was approached at the bus stop.
She was approached by one of them.
It was a violent situation,
She was approached
Bryan.
by one
That's
of
what
them.
I said.
And she came up doing that arm thing. You said all y'all. Well, I wasn't being violent. They were.
No,
James
you
Leach.
didn't say anything violent at all, did you?
No, I didn't.
Oh, when you talked about Braden's skull cap and better
I didn't talk about Braden's
better
skull cap.
chicken in a basket than a dead baby in a
Post
casket.
it. Post it.
I will post it.
Yeah, go ahead. Because it's not first
It
of all,
is you, Bryan. You
It
had
ain't me.
every one of those accounts on Facebook. Every one of them.
And nobody can make up an account that says Eric St. John just because I have one. Nobody can do that.
You've had Eric, you've had Bryan, you've had Bryan.
I
You've
had
had them
Bryan.
all.
I had Bryan with spelled with an I.
No, I don't remember that one. You had
Yeah, they
Bryan
did it.
spelled with Bryn.
And nobody else can do that. If you took that to a court of law, could you prove that I made those with my IP
You
address?
made them, Bryan, and I've got
No,
you
I
admitting to it in my messages.
And you call my
When I
you
asked
went
you
real
to
life.
quit
You went real
talking
life.
about
You tried to
Braden
call
like
my
that,
apartment
you
and get us
said
kicked out of here
he
when I got
can't
two
see
kids.
it. Mine can.
You
That's
went
what you said.
real. You went real life on me, and you tried to get me and my wife and my kids kicked out of an apartment.
Yeah,
And
Bryan,
you
that's what I
still-
did. Yeah, that's what I
You
did,
did do
Bryan.
that.
After
You did do that.
I did everything in my power to keep
Bullshit.
Rel from coming at your family, then I tried to get them kicked out. And my cat raised $2,200 for you and your
Right.
fucking frozen fucking pipes. That
That's
makes a
right.
lot of sense,
So
Bryan.
did you get in there and tell your chat, hey, he said these bad things about this kid, don't give him no money?
No.
You didn't have a problem until I
I'm
started.
saying I don't have a problem with your kids, and I don't want to see them go cold or not be able to take a bath or whatever. So yeah, your PayPal was dropped. You raised 20. I raised 20. It raised $2,200 in an hour, and you found a way to rub that in my face.
Because you're talking about
And
nobody likes
that
me.
GoFundMe you
You're
said
talking
you
about
put
nobody
up for
likes
me.
me. You're talking
That's
about
a
nobody
lie.
likes me, Casey.
That's
talking
a
about
damn lie. No, that's back when Pepper and all of them liked you. They just don't like you anymore since the teen porn thing.
I don't care if they like that or not. And here, I'll do this. If you type in teen butt sex, you're going to get 18 and over.
Sure.
Porn is the most
I don't
money.
want that in my Google search, so I'm not doing it.
I don't care if it's in my Google search.
Of course you don't.
Why? It doesn't say child porn.
No, it says teen.
Right.
50-something-year-old man looking at teens.
And the problem is?
You're a fucking pervert.
No, porn is the biggest industry in the United States, the most money-making industry in the United States.
It was teens. It was teen
right.
porn.
Right.
It didn't say adult women.
But what they show you
It didn't
is,
say woman
yeah,
on woman.
what they show you is women that are 18 and up.
Bryan, whatever, man.
When you go to a-
you've made it clear that you can do anything in the privacy of your own living room and it ain't a crime.
Absolutely. Who's going to tell on you?
So I ain't saying what you did was a crime. I'm saying I don't like it and I don't agree with it. And that's when I cut all fucking ties with you.
Except for
Why are you on the
then
phone
why are you on the
still?
phone? Why are you here?
Because I'm tired of hearing your mouth.
I don't give a fuck what you're tired of, Nicole. You fucking let Bryan lead you around like a fucking puppy dog.
Hey, do I let you lead me around? Do you do what you want?
Like
baby?
when Nicole admitted that you put her head in the toilet and you go, now Nicole, now Nicole,
It was a
tell the
joke.
truth. Tell
It
the
was-
truth, Nicole.
It was a joke.
What are you going to do, Nicole?
Oh my phone again.
It was a
You're going to
joke.
catch a bus to Indiana. I'll be waiting on you.
Look at you. You're threatening a disabled person.
Oh, here goes the disabled. I'm disabled too, Bryan.
I have a fucking disability.
Me too, bitch.
You bitch. Now
Me
fucking
too,
get
bitch.
a
When you
life
come
and
on
live life
YouTube
for
screaming,
fucking
you hope
love,
my
cunt.
cancer. When you come on YouTube screaming, you hope my cancer ate me from the pussy up.
I
Fuck
said
you,
that.
Nicole.
I didn't say nothing about your cancer.
I
You
said
were
that.
sitting right there with Bryan screaming it. Fuck
Well,
you.
I'll tell you something Nicole's got that you don't have. She's got the same man for 18 years, Tracy, and you're over there alone rubbing on your pussy.
What a fucking prize.
Now, didn't you say that it's wrong to go after people's family members?
Bryan,
What-
you've been coming
what-
at mine. Nicole's
what'd
the
you
one
just
that
do?
raised her voice in the background and started
What'd you just
coming at
do?
me.
What'd you just do?
Just came at me.
Because
No,
if
you came at me, Nicole.
Because you fucking in my house screaming bloody murder. I'm tired of hearing it.
I ain't your house, bitch.
saying that I,
Roll out, you cunt.
if,
I'm gonna fucking hang up for you.
no, don't hang up. 'Cause
Hang
if
up,
you say-
Nicole.
If
Hang
no,
up,
don't do it.
Nicole. Hang up.
If you, Tracy, if you
Stand up to him for once, Nicole.
Tracy, if you'd have said that to her face, she'd smack your fucking teeth right out of your fucking mouth.
And I'd smack her right back, Bryan. Come on.
You beat on a disabled person?
I'm disabled, Bryan.
Oh, do you get Social Security?
I get disability. You know that. You hit me up trying to figure out how to get yours, remember?
Oh, so you're living off other people's money and you're a Darlie supporter?
Yeah. I'm living off my money that I paid in my whole life, but yeah.
Well, Danelle seems to think, I've got the video.
I don't care
of
what
her.
Danelle thinks. This ain't about Danelle.
Oh, well, she seems to think that people live off Social Security, living off
I
other
don't care
people's
what
money.
Danelle thinks. This ain't about Danelle. Nicole
that's
came
your
at
buddy.
me. You think I'm going to sit down and let that bitch scream at me like that? Fuck that.
That's your buddy, that I should leave them alone, right?
You should leave him alone.
No, I'm not going to leave them alone as long as they're out
Nicole
here
has
lying.
shared her husband with a woman on death row for 20 plus years. Sad.
You're fucking sad. You're so excuse for a human being.
Okay.
Okay. That's all you got to say?
Yeah, because Nicole, there's no point because Bryan will throw your disability up or you'll throw it up. I'm disabled.
I'm gonna fucking unplug the computer if you don't hang up on her.
No, don't you unplug my computer, babe.
Unplug it, Nicole. Unplug it.
She wants you to, so she can say that I rage quit.
Yeah.
I'll be here all night as long as you are.
Unplug it, Nicole. Do it. Do it. Stand up for
Hey,
yourself. For
Julie.
once. Do it.
Oh, she does stand up to me. She ain't afraid of me or anybody else. If you'd say that shit to her face, she'd smack the fuck out of
Damn
you,
fucking
Tracy.
right I would, just like I did my ex-stepmother, ex-mother-in-law. Fucking bitch.
She's had the same man for 18 years. You've been lonely for 18 years. No man will have you.
No, I haven't. I was in a 14, 15-year relationship.
Well, what happened to it?
He died, bitch.
Good! Probably because I died from living with your ass.
Did she just say good?
Yeah.
Yes, I did. I'm glad he died. You'd be sorry.
Look how she loses her shit. Man. You two are two peas in a pod. You really are.
I'm glad. That's why we make a good couple.
Yeah, you're great.
So how long has it been since you've seen a dick, Tracy?
Oh, I don't know. Well, I'm talking to one now, but
No, I'm talking about a penis.
I know that's what you are. You're a penis.
You don't know the Darlie case. You don't even.
I do know the Darlie case, Bryan. I don't
we
just swing off the state's nuts like you do.
Well, we just proved you wrong in this chat here. So go back and look at the chat.
No, you ain't proved me wrong on nothing.
There is mulch directly under the window as soon as you step out
Nope,
of it.
not directly under it.
As soon as you step out of it, you immediately come to a patch of mulch.
What direction do you have to go?
To the right.
Okay, so it's not under the window, is it, Brian?
No, it's not under the window.
So the perpetrator wouldn't have to step in the mulch, would they, Brian?
Tracey, the reason that he would have had to
Would
step
they
in
have to step in the mulch to get?
the reason that he would have had to step in the mulch, Tracey, is because the motion detector lights would come on if he stopped in.
Would they have to step in the mulch to get to
Yes.
the window? No. The
Yes.
concrete leads right to the window. You just admitted that it was to
Now,
the left
listen.
or to the right.
Listen, if you step on the concrete, her motion light detectors come on for 18 minutes, Tracey. The lights didn't come on that night, and they didn't come on when the police did it.
Listen, in the wind, I am not obsessed with Darlie Routier the way that you are. I have
Were you
my
on her
beliefs,
mom?
and
Were
I
you
will
on her
believe
mom's
them,
friends?
and
Were you on her
you've had
mother's friends
20
list?
years to prove to me.
I will. When you were on her mother's friends list,
What about it? Whose mother?
were you on Darla Key's friends list?
Of course.
How'd you find Darla Key?
What?
How
I
did
don't
you
know. I
find-
think we were in a group together 100 years ago. I don't know.
So you looked her up on Facebook and became friends?
No.
Well, how'd you get to her Facebook page?
I didn't get to her Facebook page. We
You're-
became friends and became Facebook friends.
Oh, so you're friends with.
Are you
Darla
friends
Key?
with Chance on Facebook, Brian?
I could have been. He offered.
No, you wouldn't have lasted very long because I done told him either delete that motherfucker or delete
right.
mama.
That's right. So you stepped into it because you didn't want him to know the truth about you.
No, I didn't want him dabbling with you.
Well, yeah, because I'm such a bad guy. I mean, I rob
You are.
stores.
You are.
I rob stores. I've had the police shoot at me. I'm on meth. I drive into.
No, you just beat women and get out of it on a technicality.
I don't beat on. I haven't touched Nicole. 18
Yeah,
years.
you put her head in the toilet, remember?
No, I did not put her head in the toilet.
Well, that's what Nicole said.
Hers in the toilet with a bunch of shit in it.
See, did I put your head in the toilet?
No.
Oh, here we go. Brian's leading his little puppy dog around. Nicole, tell the truth. Come on, Nicole, tell him the truth. Because Nicole flat out said, yes. When you first asked her, did I
Wait a
put your
minute.
head in the toilet?
Hey,
Nicole
hey.
said yes. And what did
No,
you do? Now,
hey,
Nicole,
Jada,
Hmm?
did I put your mother's head in a toilet at any time?
No.
Thank you.
It's a joke, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. They're still on about that.
that
It's
baby
been-
wouldn't even have been around.
That baby was plenty around. She's been here. She was
15
She was
years
born in
old.
Colorado. She's
She
been here
has
ever
been
since we were here
around.
in Dayton.
I
Now
don't
call
care.
her a
You know
liar.
what the sad thing is? I don't care if you did put Nicole's head in the toilet. I don't care.
Well, I did.
You lied about it.
I didn't.
They're still on about that toilet thing.
So what do you hope to accomplish here, Brian?
I'm going to stay out here and bicker with you until you rage
I
quit.
have a question.
No, I'm not going to rage quit. When I get off, I'm getting off. It ain't because I'm
Will you-
mad.
You're mad.
No, I'm not.
What could you be doing right now besides fucking with me?
Oh, I'd probably be catching up on one of my shows I missed this weekend because I went and hung out with family.
Oh, or you be taking calls from your son in prison?
Maybe. At least I accept his calls.
Why the fuck
I don't want to talk to my son.
why is she dogging on Luke when she's got her own son in prison?
My
I don't
son
wanna
didn't kill
talk
a
to you.
baby.
Oh, there you go. But he
Yeah,
could
you
have
just
killed,
brought up my son. You think I'm not going to slap back?
he could he have killed somebody driving into oncoming traffic for 30 minutes?
Yeah, I
Could
think he, you know what?
I'm drunk.
Braden could have lived if Luke didn't knock the fuck out of him.
I don't know.
I'm ready to go to sleep, and I don't want to listen to her fucking mouth while I'm trying.
They said that if he
Well,
lived,
tell your husband to get off the computer then, Nicole.
no, I'm not going to. They said that Braden, if he would have lived, he would have been on life support for the rest of his life.
If he would have lived.
If he would have lived. So Kelsey and Daryl chose to pull the plug.
Oh, now you're going to blame Kelsey and Daryl. Okay.
No, I'm not blaming them. I said
No,
they
you are.
chose-
You're saying
no,
Luke didn't kill him, that they did. Okay, got it, Brian.
That's not what I said. How are you
Sick
putting words
son
in
of a
my mouth?
bitch.
Yeah, fuck you, you ugly bitch.
Looking in a mirror?
Fuck you and your fucked up son.
Stupid cunt.
Give him my address.
My fucked up son.
Yeah.
Might as well be.
My son ain't never done meth.
Yeah. No, he was just a big dope dealer that you go around in YouTube comments and brag about.
Yeah, we all sold weed.
Well, you know what? That dope is an anticonvulsant for me, so fuck you.
And it's legal now.
And it's legal where we are, so fuck you.
Meth isn't legal.
Never will be.
Never put a needle in and never did
I
cocaine.
know, it's a disgusting addiction.
Right. It makes you want to steal things from stores, right?
Yeah.
Makes you want to drive into oncoming traffic where somebody
Apparently. I don't know what, because Luke was stone cold sober when he beat that baby to death.
Sure.
That's
Well, no,
crazy.
actually, they had smoked pot.
No, they hadn't. Not
Yes,
according
they
to
had.
Luke's story.
They sat and
Remember,
watched
Kelsey
the
left
movie.
the house to go to court.
No, and then when she came back, they sat and smoked
He had
pot.
done beat him by that time, Brian.
Yeah. And
He was stone cold sober when he beat that baby to death.
so?
Look, you said it makes you want to do meth. It makes you want to do. So I said, weird that Luke was stone cold sober when he did it. He doesn't have any fucking thing to fall back on. He can't even say I was on drugs.
I doubt he was sober. But none of my kids ever put a needle in their arm, Tracey. None of my kids ever.
Well, you didn't raise them, remember? You always put distance between you and them.
No.
And then you try to brag about the good ones
I
that you didn't raise.
I moved to Washington. Oh, the ones that want to avoid me, my minister sons.
I don't know if they avoid you or not.
Well, you said my whole family avoids me earlier.
Well, they're not really your family. Didn't they get adopted out?
Yes, they got adopted out.
Okay.
But are they my physical biological sons? Yes. Do we see them? Yes. Do they talk?
Good for you.
Do they talk to me outside of prison?
I don't know. They're not in prison, are they?
No.
Aren't they in the ministry?
Yes.
Good. Those are good boys.
They're very good boys.
So what's your point?
My point is, my kids never stuck a needle in their arm and they never did meth. They never stole from us like you said your son did. They never did that.
Yeah. Chance has stolen from me before. He sure has.
Yeah.
And now you know why he was so upset with me when you dipped into his life and contacted him.
Oh, he wasn't upset
and
with
now
me.
you've dipped into his girlfriend's life.
He was. How do you know?
Bravo, Brian.
Bravo, Brian. Because I showed her on Facebook.
Bravo, Brian.
So I showed her. You're putting thumbs up to people that rob stores that are on meth. You putting thumbs up under that?
She wasn't convicted of none of that.
She was convicted of having pot.
No, she wasn't. You're so stupid.
Go back and look at the video, everybody. It
I
says
thought
right on
pot was okay.
Pot
It's
is
medicine.
Okay. It is. Do I smoke weed?
I don't know.
No, I ask my kids. Do I smoke pot?
Not anymore.
I don't even use drugs. I don't drink.
Don't care.
Obviously you do.
Why would I?
Because you're bragging about it. Are you really arguing with a 15-year-old? About it. That's why you care.
Are you going to allow your 15-year-old to get in adult business, Brian?
I don't care. I don't care.
She's in our house and she's allowed if she wants to.
Me personally, I do not care.
See, this is what Brian does. He drags his children into
They
his
came over here on their
So
own.
you know what? I'm going to get
They came over here. They came over here.
So
They
Brian
came over here to stick up for their dad against some bitch.
my child.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah.
I paid for your Christmas, child.
Blah, 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 blah.
Huh? What'd you say?
I said I helped pay for your Christmas, child.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, you did. Yes, the community got together because you couldn't spring Christmas one year.
My kids have always gotten a good Christmas from me.
Yeah, well, you begged for it.
None of that Christmas money came from you two. I can show you my bank
account.
account.
Brian, stop
No,
it.
it didn't.
Hang up on the
No, I'm not doing it. I can show you my bank account right now. I got $13,000 in the bank right now.
I don't care. Well, I don't
What
care.
do you got?
Why'd you hit up YouTube for 2,200 then?
Because I didn't have $13,000 in the bank right then and there. I need to get my shit fixed. And why don't you mention this? I paid most of it back. Ask Pepper.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
I didn't get mine back.
Yes, you did. You sent me 50 and I gave you 75 back, Tracy.
Womp womp.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Yeah. Oh,
my God, she
I'll
gave
put it
her
right on my
less than
fucking
50.
PayPal right now and show you.
I'll go back and look through my PayPal, Brian. If you did, then I apologize.
No, we're gonna find out right now. I'll show you. Because it
Okay.
saves when you send money out.
Womp
I don't give a
It
fuck. I
says-
wouldn't have gave it to you if I wanted it back.
But I gave you more back.
womp womp.
You sent me 50 and I gave you 75 back, Tracy. I gave most of the
Okay.
people.
If that's what you say, I don't know.
No, I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna show it right now. But if I'm such a bad person, Tracy, why would you send me money to help?
Because I didn't
did
want to
all-
see your family do without, Brian.
My family didn't. Why would you care if I say all this shit about my son and about babies and stuff? Why would you care?
Because
Now.
they were kids at the time.
Send again. Send again. Oh, there it is. It doesn't say how much I sent, but it does say send again. So it doesn't,
Okay.
well, it doesn't show how much I sent, but let me go over here and I'll just have to
I don't
scroll.
care, Brian. What do you want me to do? You want me to send you $25?
No, I don't need it. But you said I never paid it back.
Well, Pepper came in and saved you and said, yes, he did.
I gave you more back. The only one that
All right. Okay. I'll
All
send you $25, Brian. Okay. Will that make you happy?
here, I'll put my PayPal up. Let's see if you do it. Let's see if you do it.
Okay. I'm getting bored with this.
Yeah.
You're right. It is settled, Ash, but Brian can't let it go. He'll never let it go.
No.
He'll
Pepper has
go live
converted.
15 times and say, Tracy said this and it wasn't true. When I'm admitting right now that I could be wrong.
PayPal me. Here's my PayPal, Tracy. Go ahead and send it to me.
I got your PayPal. I've sent you money before.
Yeah, you have sent me money before, and I paid it right back.
Okay.
I've sent you plenty of money.
Okay.
I have, and you know I have.
Yeah. Well, I guess. I mean, you said you paid me back. I'm assuming you did.
I did. You sent me 50, and I gave you 75 back.
I
So
sent you
I
what?
didn't-
It don't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, so I didn't need it for Christmas.
There was a Christmas, Brian, that you needed help with your kids' Christmas.
I
Yes,
never
there
came
was.
on you.
And
I
then there
never
was a
came on you.
time, and then there was a time that your pipes froze and caused all kinds of problems in your trailer. Yes,
Right.
you did.
That's the time I paid it back. But I never
And
came on here.
Pepper
never
dropped
came-
your PayPal in my
Tracy.
chat, and
Tracy.
$2,200 was raised
Yep,
in an
that's
hour,
right.
and you
But
throw
nobody
that
likes-
in my face.
But nobody likes me, right, Tracy?
Everybody loves children, Brian.
Yeah, because the pipes were blowing up and they got their money back. I never came on YouTube and asked for Christmas money for my kids, ever. Never.
Okay.
Never. God strike me dead if I did.
Don't care as long as your kids had a good Christmas. Don't care.
They had a good Christmas from me.
Okay.
Last year wasn't so good. I mean, I was on disability, it wasn't so good. I was only able to give them a couple $100 a piece, but they were cool with that.
Well, they're getting big.
Yeah, this year she's getting a new laptop, a
That's
nice
good.
one, and a big smart TV. So
That's good.
everything. Oh, Sunday Riley says she remembers all that. No, there was a time that the pipes froze up, and I was in Tracy's chat, and I was just saying, hey, my pipes are froze up. We're having a problem here, blah blah blah, and they just started sending me money. Pepper said,
No.
"Let me." Pepper said,
Pepper asked me if she could drop your PayPal.
"Right." I didn't know that. So why?
Oh.
I didn't know she did. I didn't know she asked you. So why would people send me money if they didn't like me, Tracy?
Because
Now,
they
you
love
see-
children.
Now you see that the drama community is in my chat. I've got Pepper, I've got Ash, and Neri quite contrarian here. People like
Okay.
drama, Tracy. That's where you get the views.
Okay.
Right? They want to see people fighting. Your channel is a drama channel. My
Okay.
channel is a true crime channel. But I'm glad to see these people.
Your channel ain't a true crime channel. It's Darlie Routier and Tracey The Truth and Sully and Mystery Maverick and Rich Prather or whatever his name is.
Right, because those are Darlie
That's
supporters
all.
that lie.
Danelle, Darren. Yeah, that's what your channel is.
Right. But you watch it, don't you?
Put a 1 in the chat if you think it's okay for Bryan to contact my son.
And then put a 2 in the chat if her son talked to me and said, hey, we could be Facebook friends, if that's okay.
He would never know who the hell you were if you hadn't reached out to him.
He offered.
No, he didn't hit you up. You hit him up.
But he said we can be Facebook friends. It's right in his writing.
Okay, he didn't know what kind of creep you were. I set him straight.
Well, if he was thinking that I was such a creep, then why was he dogging you?
He didn't know you were a creep then, Bryan.
Well, then why was he dogging you? Dog his own mother.
I told you why he said what he said.
Oh,
but then you come back and say what a great guy he is that loves his mother.
He is, because he told the truth. And sure, he loves his mother. Just because she's always negative, she's crazy, and she ain't all right, doesn't mean he don't love her. No, she's bringing up something that happened 7 years ago. Sure, I contacted him.
Yeah, does it all the time, Ash. It's like nothing. And then today, it wasn't good enough to just have a go at my son. He had to have a go at my son's girlfriend.
I didn't say anything to her.
He had to have a go at her. He had to plaster her business everywhere.
Why did
this girl don't know Bryan from Adam.
So if I was making
Bryan thinks it's okay to do
all right,
this
well,
kind of thing.
Tracy, if I was making these offhand comments about Brayden, what business is it of yours?
Because that's a baby.
Right.
And that's why that didn't do anything wrong.
And Devin and Damon are babies, but you support that child killer, Darlie Routier, don't you?
Yep. I support a new trial, sure do.
A new trial would only get her more compound her case. Darlie doesn't even fight the evidence against her. She wrote in a writ that she's not challenging the evidence against her. They're trying to get her out on a technicality.
Just like you were looking for technicalities with a made-up tornado drill. Got it, Bryan.
Did I file anything with the courts with that?
No, I didn't even know you could do that. I learned something here today.
You can go back to the courts and say, hey, this wasn't right about the trial.
Even though it's not my trial.
I can do that.
Why can you do that? It's not your trial.
Because I was a witness. I can do it on behalf of my son.
No, thank you, Missy Elliott. No, thank you. He's happily married.
Very happily.
Well, good for you. Now I'm bored. So why don't you just quit talking? Oh, you blocked Missy Elliott. Did she hurt your feelings, Bryan?
Well, no, I'm not going to listen to that shit.
Oh, of course not. Of course not.
I thought you said you wasn't watching.
Huh?
You said you wasn't watching.
No, I'm not watching the screen. I'm watching the chat.
Ash, the whole thing about Darren putting out that affidavit where he said he asked multiple people to come and rob his house.
All right. Well, you're just going to talk about the case. I'm tired of arguing with you. I'm getting off here. I'm not rage quitting. I'm just done. I'm bored. So
yeah,
quit talking about me, Bryan. You quit talking about me, and I'll quit posting the truth about you.
Fuck you, cunt.
Okay, so we have an agreement. All right.
Yeah.
Later.
Yeah, go fuck yourself, bitch. And whenever somebody quits during a debate like that, what do we say in the drama community? I won. I proved everything she had to say wrong. But quickly, I'll answer this for Notorious Ash. Now, she says she thinks that Darren had a little bit to do with that. But that, she did rage quit. But that affidavit that he put out, where he said that he asked multiple people to break into his home, right? The family has never asked him to name those people, right? They've never demanded that he name the people he asked. That's one of the reasons it tells me he covered up for her. But he didn't physically hurt those kids. Yeah, I can't do it. So I'm sorry. Called her a cunt. Whatever. I can't do it. Yeah, and the family's not demanding. They're demanding that I take this down and I stop talking about this case and that wasn't right. I thought you quit, Tracy. Why are you still here? Why is that family not demanding that? They go after me. They go after everybody else and stop talking about case, Bob. Why aren't they asking Darren to name the multiple people that he asked to break in his hat? There was no motive for it. They were in her way. Well, I thought you said you were tired and you had enough. I thought you said you were tired. He was just trying. Well, he was trying to make it look like she had a good appeal coming because he wanted to raise reasonable doubt for her, which they were trying to appeal her case based on that he, the viewers won. I'm glad you guys are here. It's nice to see a little drama happen. You know, people live for it. Well, you said you were going to leave. Why can't, if you could be in the chat talking shit, why couldn't you sit up here and done it? What happened? A chance call again? Thanks, Pepper. Good to see you. Yeah, that's one thing. They got turned down because they had too much revolving credit. And another thing that broke the camel's back is the boys that day, the boys were in her $9,000 steam house out back, and they overflowed it. They overflowed it. I think the boys were in, she made Darren come home from work, said that she needed help from the kids. Darren's out here busting his ass. He's running a business. No, you need to come home and help me with these kids. Boo fucking who? That said on the stand. And he came home. The other little boy was upstairs, and there was testimony that day from her housekeeper that she had Drake, his name was Drake, all wrapped up in this blanket that so tightly that she pulled Drake away from him. He was turning blue. There was testimony in that, but her son Drake was upstairs, and that's where Darren was sleeping. The reason that she was downstairs, she had been downstairs for a week sleeping on that couch, was because Drake would grunt in his crib. Right? That would wake her up to the point where she needed to sleep downstairs, right? That would wake her up. She needed to be downstairs away from all that grunting and shit. But an intruder coming in her house, beating her arm, slashing her throat, slashing her arm, stabbing her 2 kids and killing them, that didn't wake her up at all. And they were inches away from her. That didn't wake her up. That didn't wake her up. Well, Joe's Place, you can go back and look at my videos where I absolutely prove that she's 100% guilty. Absolutely. Thank you, next.
Did you delete her phone number out of my phone?
She won't call you.
I want to block her.
Well, she won't call you.
Yeah, that's what you say, but
She won't. She's never harassed me on the phone.
cut.
But anyways, it's good. All right, so we had a little drama. Tracy's good at that. That's all she does on her channel. She sits there alone. She doesn't have a man in her life. She doesn't even live in her own house. She just sits at home waiting on her son to call her from prison. So what she does is she just make up lies about everybody else. Because remember, those that are in here that know, I wasn't a problem for Tracy for years. I've been going in her chat. She accepted my super chats. I'd go up on her panel. She'd come on my panel and we would talk. I wasn't a problem for Tracy until I took up the Darlie Routier case. and she's a Darla Routier supporter. She asked, why am I so obsessed with the case? But she's friends with her mom. Nicole's a nut. If Tracey would have said that to her face, Nicole would have smacked the fuck out of her. Right, that's exactly what she did. Oh, I know. Well, I understand that he passed away. I could be wrong. But watch. I know she was taking care of her brother, but she also lived in his house. So I understand. Nope. I understand that he passed away, but I don't go over there fucking with her about that. Is that true? Thank you. Next. Yeah. So at this point, she's not taking care of him because, bless his soul, he passed away. Yeah, we used to have a great time. She didn't have any problem with me until I took up the Darla Routier case again. As soon as I took up the Darla Routier case, she started turning this shit. 2 weeks before I took up the Darla Routier case, I was over in her chat. People were helping me with money that I needed because I couldn't get the plumber out there. She had no problem. So her beef with me is about the Darla Routier case that she doesn't know. Let me do this quickly.
Can I go to ATM tomorrow and get the money for that?
Hang on. Let's see if I can find it. Now, I'll put this up right here. And I'll share the screen real quick just to prove her wrong. She does not know the case. And Rich Prater claimed that she did know the case. So what I do, let me go StreamYard. Let me present. It's been so long since I've done this. Okay. Let me make it bigger. I'll share that. Let me see if it's on my StreamYard. Right here's the window. Yeah, Nicole's a sweetheart. And you seen Tracey going at her, right? I won't hold it against her. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Coming down, da, da, da. Oh, this is a big hub page. Well, you just have to look at it in the corner. I don't know if you guys can see. I'll go back. Okay, the window in question is the outside window. When you step out of the window, you immediately come to mulch. There's mulch under that window. She said there was no mulch. It was all concrete. Nobody said, the prosecutor never said, as soon as you step out of that window, you step into mulch. What he said was that once you step out of that window, you immediately come to a patch of mulch. You would have to go down the side and through that mulch. Right? In order for the motion detector lights to come on. That's why they determined that no intruder left there from there. I don't know if you can see what I'm talking about, but it's over in the left corner. It ain't the mulch's fault. You have, yeah, there's mulch right off to the left. She was swearing up down there was no mulch. What he said was, let me make it bigger. See if I can make it bigger. Yeah, what the prosecutor said was, when you step out that window, oh, and they try to make it seem like you can't come in and out of that window, is you immediately come to a patch of mulch. As a matter of fact, I can do it on Google. Well, it doesn't show the back of the house. Let me see. Yeah, you got you got damn grass growing on your roof, right, Ash? Now, I'm going to end my stream. I'm really sorry that I ended up back in the drama for her, because I mean, I got a lot of heart for Tracey, but I'm not going to put up with her shit. I'm just not going to put up with her shit. And I'm sorry that it's come to that. But the fact of the matter is, she didn't have a problem with me. Well, Ash, if it was an intruder that went out the window, because that screen was cut, right? If the intruder went out the window and he didn't go through the mulch, they were saying there was no footprints in the mulch, right? The mulch was undisturbed. That means he would have had to come out a little bit longer into the cement that Tracey's talking about. But as soon as you step on that cement, the motion detector lights come on. And Darlie didn't say anything about motion detector lights. And when the police came there that night, they went out back there and the motion detector lights came on. They came on. Oh, I understand what you're saying, Tracey, but she continues to talk about my family. And when I contacted Chance, it was probably 7 years ago. It really was. And she's over there on her channel talking about my daughter-in-law, my grandkids, my son's case. You know? And Chance told me she was nuts. He told me she has to get the last word. Everything about her is negative. That's coming from her own son. She said, oh, he was just mad at me. Calls her son a liar. Chance literally asked me to be Facebook friends, and she told him no. And he was, I don't know how, he was in his 30s. If she could be on her channel talking about my son's case, and all that stuff, yeah. Well, she says she knows who you are, but she doesn't often. Yeah. Yeah, I understand that he was in the middle of an addiction, but he still said it. I understand. But he still said it. Oh, James Cron. He still said it. So if you want to know about somebody, you should ask your kids. They'll tell you. She said our whole family was abusive, and then my kids said it never happened. My wife, the whole thing with the whole head in the toilet, they know that's not true. James Cron said within 30 minutes of being on that scene that he felt like it was an inside job. And James Cron is dead now, but 30 years later, they have absolutely no evidence of an intruder being on that scene. None. None. How would she know your family? Well, thank you, next. She continues to go saying that I made these posts that I didn't make. She knows I didn't make them. She called my apartment complex about 4.5 years ago because I was making money on YouTube. I lived in a co-op at the time. And she called my apartment complex to tell them about me making money on YouTube that I wouldn't have turned into them. She did that. She went real life on me. Now she's going to back down and say, oh yeah. No, we had a conversation that I didn't record. And she said she admitted to it. So I kept that quiet for almost a year. I didn't say anything about it because when I asked her about it, she told me the truth. There's no sense in putting it out there if she told me the truth. So she does go real life. And she will go real life. She will. She won't stop. She ain't going to stop fucking with me. And I want her to stop fucking with me. And when somebody doesn't stop fucking with you, you fuck with them back. That's what you do. Yes, I think the Menendez brothers should be released because the second trial, they were not allowed to show evidence of themselves being molested by their dad. I think 30 years is enough. Yes, I do, by law. I think they should be. Just like Melissa Lucio. She's another one that's going to be exonerated too. She's actually on death row with Darlie. But on the second trial, they wouldn't allow them to bring in any evidence, any proof that Jose Menendez was molesting them. And they basically said that they killed him because they were afraid they were telling him it was going to stop, and they were afraid that they were going to have him killed. I don't know. I put that up there about what her daughter said, but she's the only one of her kids that's saying that. And the way I understand it is they were very upset. There's a documentary done about her called The State of Texas versus Melissa, and her daughter was in it. And the way I was told is because she's mad because she didn't get paid. But I think that the medical examiner shouldn't have said the only way she would have got those bruises is through abuse, when we know that she had a blood coagulation problem. Yeah. They didn't let Leslie Van Houten out, did you? Did they? I thought they denied her. Let's see. Holy shit. Van Houten was released on parole July 11th, 2023. Wow. I didn't know that. See? She sure did. I know that in that case, Van Houten was made to stab Rosemary Bianca. That Tex made her, gave her the knife and told her to stab her. So she stabbed her 14 times. I don't think she should be out. They terrorize those people. I don't think that one should be out at all. That's not enough time. But as far as the Menendez go, they were afraid of their dad. Yeah, Susie Atkins actually married her attorney, and she died of brain cancer. Yeah, she sure did. They used to call her Sexy Sadie. Yeah. So, anyways, I'm gonna end my live. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Susan was. I hate that I got into it with Truth again. I knew that when I started the Darley case, when she started on me about the Darley case, that all of a sudden I'm this bad person. She's only doing this because I started on a Darley case, and I told her I wasn't going to argue with her. But she keeps on and on and on about my son's case. Tell me what I said to the police over there and what my daughter-in-law was saying. The fuck out of here, man. I'm sorry that she lost her brother. I know she loved him very much. And I know that she was taking care of him, but I do know that let me see. Let me go back up. I understand that. Thank you, next. Really, you're right. We're not supposed to be, but we're warriors too. We're here to protect our family. Actually, as Christians, we shouldn't be in any type of drama anywhere, even in a chat watching it. But we're not perfect people, and God forgives. He does. We're not. See, God doesn't save people that aren't sick. Doctors don't need people that aren't sick. Jesus needs sinners, and we sin every day. None of us are perfect. But no, I shouldn't have gotten in my feels about that. I shouldn't have done what I did today. Oh, yeah, he probably does. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have got involved with her, but I've been telling her for months, I don't want to fight with you. I don't want to fight with you. But she keeps bringing up my son's case. When I say something over here, I don't believe for 1 minute. She sent letters to Pink Lady Luck, who was my good friend. I miss her so much. I miss Pink. And Ash and some of the old timers, they know what happened with Pink. She was using that guy that was he was on life support and filming him and saying that she was taking care of him, and she wasn't. I didn't like that. So I reached his sister. Well, if she's going to talk about my son, and she can be mad all she wants. And she told me I shouldn't have reached out to her son, but she reached out to Pink. She slid under there and told Pink, "You got to watch that BryanSt.John guy." Blah blah. And Pink sent me the message. I said, "Oh, she's a darling supporter. She does not like me." But then we made it. We had a truce. When I wasn't talking about the Darley case and when I was in the drama, every day. Yeah, every day. It wasn't a problem for me to be over in her chat. It wasn't a problem for me to be in her panel. This thing with Braden and that family and the whole thing's been 7 years now. But in between then, she didn't have any problem with me until I started the Darley Routier case. But I miss you guys. I do go around and look for drama a little bit. I just don't say anything. Because the stress is not good for me. And like I said, I got diabetes really bad. I can hardly walk. I'm hurting from just sitting here. I walk with a cane now, but I still am able to work 3 days a week. Disability doesn't pay much, and I can only make a certain amount of money on my job. So money's not as good as it used to be, but I still have pretty good savings. I don't have to ask anybody for anything. I appreciate the community when they did help me. I appreciated that. So it was good to see Pepper. Me and Pepper had a little falling out. I miss you people, and I care, and I do. I care about Tracey. I don't want anything bad to happen to her, but I'm just not going to put up with her shit. I'm just not going to. I'm not going to. She's a liar. She knew that she told me that she called when I asked her, "Did you call my apartments and try to turn me in for making YouTube money?" She goes, "Yes, Bryan, I did." She told me the truth, and now she's going to come back and double down on that. She knows. She knows. And she knows, and then she tells her subs, "I don't go real life," and she does. But she wants to talk about me. See, the thing of it is we're not just here on YouTube in a picture. If people are getting at you, then we're gonna get at it. No, I'm gonna leave it up. Nary's got something important to say. Problem with the Menendez brothers is, though, I don't think they killed him due to abuse, but out of greed. Because they overheard that they were going to be disinherited. Yeah, they thought he was going to take him out of the will. Yeah. That's a very good point. I think they could have handled it a different way than to go in there and shotgun blast their mother and their father. Yes. Yes, that documentary that's on Netflix right now is freaking amazing. It's amazing. But I kind of think that if the courts want to let them out, based on the way the trial went, that they've done 30 years. It wasn't private. It was in my messages. And my son's case was 7 years ago. And if you look on Tracey's channel, you'll see videos about my son's case, me talking to people about my case. That was 7 years ago. So she can't play tit for tat with me. And when I had a conversation with Chance, it was a good conversation. He loves his mom. He's a nice guy. I think he's a nice guy. But if she wants to sit and talk about my son, then I can put that up, what he did in 2022, when they took a U-Haul truck, him and his girlfriend. They were stealing at the Home Depot, and she was sticking up for him. But they led the cops on a 30-minute police chase in which they were going into oncoming traffic where a state trooper got out and fired at him. And she goes, "Oh, the cops shouldn't have done that. That's against protocol." So you immediately want to stick up for your child. You immediately want to stick up for your child, and I get that. But in my son's case, the first thing I did was come out with about how guilty he was. And Tracey told me I shouldn't do that. Addiction is horrible. And I understand that, but I had my addictions too. And if you work a program and you're honest with yourself, then you can beat it. I never stole off my family. Addiction is horrible, but it's not an excuse. Not an excuse at all. Many people overcome addiction. It's just not an excuse. Can't use that as an excuse. Yeah. Because if he would have, now my son killed somebody, but if he would have, while he was going into oncoming traffic, putting people's lives in danger, if he would have hurt somebody and killed them, he wouldn't have been able to go to court and say, well, I was an addict. Right, but it's still not an excuse. If you get high and you kill somebody, it's not an excuse. It's just not an excuse. Good job for 2 years. The chance wasn't in his right mind. But the only thing that they found on him that day was marijuana. That's it. And he already had 2 felonies out for him. So she wants to talk about crime cases. She wants to talk about my son's crime case. Then I could talk about hers. I don't want to talk to my son from prison. I don't. At any rate, I had a lot of heart for the truth. And you know that. Thank you, Next. You've been around and you've seen it. I've had fights with her, but I also helped her raise money. I've had fights with her, and it's always about Darlie. The Darlie Routier supporters absolutely hate that I know the facts in this case. They hate it. So as soon as I started doing my Darlie again, Tracey started her shit again. And I was going, nope, not going to argue with you. Not going to fight with you about it. It'll pass as long as she stops. We've had worse arguments than this before, me and her. And I got out of character, and my voice is... I just, I do talk to him, but not that much. I don't send him money. I can't support what he did. And they try and make it seem like I was making fun of that baby, and I wasn't. When I ignored those people, that's what they did. They had a whole page set up about me and my family because they needed to lash out at somebody. And I can't say I would have done the same thing if I wasn't them. But I didn't want to hear it. And there were a couple times that I was pretty nasty to them. But I didn't say anything about that baby. And if you see, type in on YouTube, I don't know if anybody's seen it, but you can type in the name Braden Ferguson on YouTube. And there's a video there about what my son did. So they don't get everything right. But under it, look at the comments where I'm saying nice things. And I was really nice about it. I appreciated that video being out because they spoke so highly of Braden. But again, type in Braden Ferguson after I'm going to hang up here. But type that in that and then read the comments. I can't even say something nice about him without her cronies that go into her fucking chat going, tell her what you said, tell her what you did. I didn't do it. If I did, Ash, you know me well enough to know. And when somebody says, Brian, you did this. Brian, you did that. The first thing I say is, you're damn right I did. You've been around for years. You're damn right I did. I did not put these out. I did not make this post about that baby. I did not. Absolutely 100% did not do that. Not at all. So you guys have a good night. I'm glad you got to see a little drama. I'm going to pray for forgiveness for even going at Tracey that way. But it can only take so much. It was like the old days, wasn't it? Peace and chicken grease, y'all. Be good to each other.